What's going on, guys? So tonight we're going to actually be doing the second of the Shoky Nerdcast one-on-ones. So, of course, there's a new format for the Nerdcast where it's just me sitting down interviewing kind of another nerd of some sort. And last time we did Dewdog reviews. This time I decided to pick up another stray roaming around the internet. And got good old Matthew Deluxe Baldwin over here.
Yay.
From the Deluxe Baldwin channel.
Yes.
And of course, ROC, all the things. Like you're involved in so much stuff. I don't even know. Like it just because you're listing off things that when we're talking, you're listing off things like sure.
No, I'm like a Brian Brink. Now Brian Brink, he's into everything.
Brink is on everything, and it's like, and I want to have Eddie on one day just to bullshit.
Yeah,
just for fun.
Because Brian would do it. I think Brian would do it.
Oh yeah,
he's got stuff on his podcast, but
yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, definitely, I don't want to interfere with anybody else's because I've been trying to have Josh Fisher on, and he's so busy. So I got to find like an afternoon.
He'll find time.
Well, yeah, because we both have a shit ton of free time. I keep forgetting I can cuss with you.
Y'all do building. Y'all do build stuff like Gundams and stuff, right?
Yeah. Off the runner, but he hasn't been able to be on Off the Runner a lot lately because it's either Dakota or Chris running that. And Josh he's been so busy with getting his new leg. With congrats to him finally being able to walk upright for the first time in months.
I get to meet that dude at 3 weeks also. I'm really excited to meet him. He's going to be awesome.
I hope to one day be able to shake that fat man's hand.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sure he's going to be, once he gets goes to this first TFCon, he's going to be hooked. And I guarantee he'll want to try to because I think he's around the West Virginia area, I think, or something like there. Give or take, he's around that area.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, if it's in Reston, Virginia, he should be able to drive to.
Yeah, they should be able to make it. And because he was thinking he was going to have to be in a wheelchair the last time, but this time he can hobble his own ass around.
Yeah, but he's riding a bank bus.
Yes, exactly. But either way, go ahead and tell the people who have no clue who you are. Give them a little bio on you, your channel, whatever. Because I can't do you justice.
I'm Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. I started off on Shattercast Uncut. We are a Transformer podcast. We've been around for 4 years now, at least 4 or 5. We're working on 5 years. We're over 200 episodes. I know that.
Wow.
And I've been doing that. I met all them guys. They were on another podcast beforehand, and they quit that one, and we started one, and that's where it went. It just spun off, and I got my nickname from Oscar and Greg, I think, called me Deluxe. At first, they called me Creamy Legend, and I didn't like Creamy Legend, so I was like, all right, we'll have to do something else. So they called me Deluxe, and it's just stuck since then. And I have a YouTube channel. I do reviews, Transformers. Yeah, Hell Hasbro. I'm famous for the little Hell Hasbro saying a lot. I've been doing the reviews for 2-3 years now, give or take, something like that. And I do reviews on Transformers. I just started doing NECA figures, horror films. I've been going through a phase, as Bobby says, but I'm enjoying the hell out of some of those horror figures, Freddy's and Jason and stuff.
Sometimes you just got to mix it up, though. I mean, that's what like people who like to criticize that I mix things up and don't do straight Gundams. It's like, dude, if I only do this one thing, I'm gonna get tired of it real quick.
Possibility.
And given your expansive collection, like, God, I would like. Okay, if I had to sit down and just start at one end of a detolf here and just move through, which is basically how I started my channel when I had 4 less detolfs. But if I had to do that again, starting over fresh, I would be so bored by like the 3rd or 4th one. Just like, here's the next Gundam. So you gotta mix it in. Like I've seen, you've had your IT figures and stuff like that that have come out from NECA or GameStop or whoever's got it.
Target. I used to collect Marvel Legends. I had a lot of Marvel Legends. I never really did any reviews on them, but there you go. That's a good one.
I've gotten into them.
I just ran out of room, so I did that before. I had tons of Marvel Legends, and I just sold them, and I was like, eh. So actually, to be truthful, my wife says only one collection, anyways, and I'm lucky to have the NECA stuff. So
Just intersperse them, you just hide them in the Transformers.
But I would if I didn't collect Transformers, I think I would collect He-Man. I love Mask. Mask is one of my loves when I was a kid. I think I had more Mask figures than I did Transformers when I was a kid. I don't know why. I just loved them. I loved Mask. It was a good collection.
To go off on a little early tangent, those new Motu figures they were showing off either from
He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
They look nice.
And then the kind of classics re-releases or whatever they are, maybe they're updated classics. Those look cool. And I love the people bitching they're like it doesn't have enough articulation. I was like, whoa. Hold on. Did you not grow up in 1985 when this came out? Yeah, and sometimes it only did that when you flipped the thing on the back or squeezed the legs.
Yeah.
I was like,
come on,
the arms move. Shut up.
I don't think it's a fandom unless there is bitching. I really don't think
that's entirely true because you can't have the regular fandom without the toxic fandom.
Exactly, and there's a lot of toxic, especially in Transformer.
Just
that's a no can of worms.
I just thought about it. Within basically any fandom, it's basically an autoimmune disease. It attacks itself from the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
it's like things that. Well, because my wife has an autoimmune disease, that's why I thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, it's basically an autoimmune disease because it's a lot of attacking itself from the inside when it should all get along fine.
Yeah, but you would think that too. Like we the passion we have is for Transformers, and just because somebody doesn't like something that you like doesn't mean that it's wrong or that's right or any of that stuff. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. I don't care what you like. If you like knockoffs, like I don't like knockoffs. I don't collect knockoffs. I've gotten some because, some of my reviewers are, fans or whatever, the people who like me will send them to me, knowing I don't like them, and I will review them and stuff. But me particularly, I do not collect knockoffs. But I'm not going to degrade you or say that you're wrong because you collect knockoffs. I'm just not that type of person.
So if I bought a KO Meteor back there, if I wanted to buy the KO make toys, would you be pissed?
It's your money. It's your money. I would want to, as long as you're happy.
Yeah, if it comes out good, then if it's a good KO, I can excuse it. If it's
some KOs have been better than the officials, but
they're getting better.
But I'm still not going to buy it.
Oh yeah, no, hey, it is what it is.
I'm not going to judge you for buying it yourself. That's you. It's your money. You work hard for it. I don't pay your bills. I don't pay for your collection.
Yeah.
So it's just, it constantly just, degrading, belittling people over and over because you like movie Transformers. You don't like G1. You like Beast Wars. And it's just like,
oh God,
it's just so much negativity. It's like, I don't want to be part of that. And I just get sick of hearing it back and forth. Facebook is, it's so bad.
There's a particularly large Transformers Facebook group that I left because of the fighting and the backbiting and the hatred that was coming. I'm like, come on, man, we're all here for a good reason. Yeah. But I'm talking about people who love only certain generations. Whenever I tried to show off that DX9 Dutch to the guys in OTR, and Dakota's like, G1 sucks.
Dakota sucks himself, but he knows. He knows, but I mean,
considering they're on a Beast Wars podcast, it is what it is.
But Dakota likes G1. He
I know he's just messing.
I know, but he wants to say that he's a Beast Wars fan, but he knows damn well he's a G1 fan too. Now Tyler, on the other hand,
oh my God,
he's straight Beast Wars. I think he would bank a beast just to be honest. But I love Tyler. He's a good dude. We play Halo. Him and Dakota and Dalton play Halo.
Yeah, I need to get with you guys one day because it's been a very long time. I mean, it's been a couple of years.
Get on. I bought the game a couple months ago and I've been playing with them and it's fun. I suck at it, but I have a fun time enjoying. We sit there and talk and stuff. It's really good.
I used to be pretty good. Not like tournament good, but
I did too. Back when Halo 2 and 3 was good, but I've been Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty a lot. And I'm actually going to get Battlefront 2 because Robert D. He played Battlefront 2 and goes ape shit all the time. And we talked today, and he said to get the game so we could play together. I said, okay, I'll probably get that up and play that.
What was I just thinking? Going back to Halo, it had to have been 3. It was the first time you could really record. and like you could record on the Xbox, like it had its own DVR.
Yeah.
And I recorded one multiplayer match. God, I can't remember the name of the level anymore, but it's the one where you're like in the woods and you're fighting like through the like it's a temple in the trees.
It was a big team battle game.
No, it wasn't a big team. It was a small one. It was just
okay.
I'll say it's in the woods. It's either way, I can't think of it. But
Were
I
there
actually
two
had this
bases
video.
on each side, like one base on one side. And...
They weren't even like full bases. It was just side to side. It had a center round section, and you had to jump, or it had a little booster to get over it. One side had stairs. The other side had a lift to come up.
Yeah, it would go. It would jump when you hit the booster. You got to like a hill or something, a little hill with some trees.
Yes, there was a little hill off to one side.
On
yes,
the right side. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
you played big team battle on that level.
Really, it was a small level.
Was it?
Yeah, that one is. I mean, comparatively. And then if you played a normal game on it, because it was by level, obviously, if you were in the center section, it had a gravity hammer underneath under the center section. That's the main thing. But it was one of the first times I ever got I think, was it a Kill-tacular?
Kill-tacular, that's what, a 5?
No, not Kill-tacular. Whatever 10 or 15 is. It's been a long time, but like I actually filmed it because it's like 3 of their players weren't playing, and we were playing on SWAT, so you had to get headshots with the VR.
Yeah.
I love SWAT, but like it's just literally running around the map. You would think I was spawn camping, but there's no way because I kept moving the whole time. I just kept happening upon the guys who were just spawning, but they weren't playing. They were just standing there.
Yeah.
So I would literally turn a corner, bam, hit him, and then here's the next one, bam, hit him, and it just kept going. And then some of them was I chucked a grenade into the lift because I saw the dude running towards it, so I chucked the grenade into the lift. It got caught in the air, got flung up, and then he came up into the grenade and then exploded in midair.
Nice.
Yeah, plasmas, dude. This is an early tangent right here, but we used to, on Halo 3, when you went into custom games and you could play all that stuff, you could play with the gravity and the speed.
Yeah.
So we turned gravity down to the lowest setting, so 50% gravity, and then turned it up to 300% speed. So low gravity, massive speed, and we were playing swords and rockets.
Oh my God, dude.
So it was so much fun. And then we got into it playing that the only way you could kill somebody else fairly was to hit them with a rocket that had been deflected by a grenade.
God damn, that'll take forever, dude.
Dude, you would not believe the geometry we would fucking pull off. Like literally, like you would have to throw the grenade, you jump, and because low gravity it would take a while. So you throw whichever grenade, whichever one, you throw it out in front of you. Like assuming you've got distance between you and the other guy, and you would have to time out your rocket shot to when the grenade exploded, so that it would deflect at an angle to go kill the other person.
Man,
it was also a good way to shoot around. The first I actually used it to shoot around corners. So so somebody would run around the building, and you throw the grenade over there, and then you shoot the rocket at it, and then
imagine run around corner and just
imagine you go around the corner to avoid, and then a rocket hits you in the ass anyways.
I'd rage quit.
Dude, it was so much fun.
I played Halo when I remember playing Halo 2 when we would I worked at Pizza Hut at that time. I was and we would after we got off work, we'd have a router in my friend's house, and we put the router in the middle, and we have like 4 different rooms. 4
Xboxes set up.
Yeah, we had 4 TVs set up in there. We'd have a router, and we just plug up and have a LAN party.
We did that at the church. We had like 200-foot cat cables. We had like literally a whole spool of Cat 5 cable.
Oh yeah.
We had the youth room set up with a console, and we had the sanctuary set up with a console playing on projectors. But I had my computer set up with my Xbox, and I was filming. So I was doing it the way that Red vs. Blue used to do. So you use one player non-playing, and you would film that way. So I had a capture card at the time, or a capture box rather, and I actually still, if I have to find the footage, it's on my old computer. I got to fire that old boy up and see if I can get this footage. But there was one time people kept killing me on accident because they just see a dude, they don't think about it, so they kill me. I was like, I was like, anytime you kill the cameraman, you got to go jump off because you got to go negate that kill because I'm not in it. You know, I'm just filming. Yeah. And at one point, we had a big team battle to sort of finish things off because we went through the tournament and then we just had a big team.
Yeah.
And I got tired of getting killed. And I said, screw this. I went from having no kills with about 4 minutes left in the game to finishing second place.
Nice.
And I filmed the whole thing.
Awesome.
So I filmed my ridiculous killing spree. Like, it was insane. Like, just killing people who were fighting each other. It's like, screw you, huck a grenade.
Yeah.
And I made a video on it because they were all promo videos for a bigger tournament we were going to do. So that's why I was filming all this different footage, and I put different music to it, like AFI and stuff like that, and a few different things. But then I did Disturbed, and I forget which song it was, but the video was called Cameraman's Revenge, and it was literally my kill spree after I...
Down with the Sickness?
I don't think it was Down with the Sickness. It was one of the newer ones after that, but I love the song either way. But the end of the video is like, I killed myself by accident. Like, I just grabbed the rocket launcher and I'm about to jump and shoot somebody, and the stupid windmill turns right in front of me, and I just go boom right in my own face.
Yeah.
And across the screen said, you know, don't kill the cameraman. He can do it himself.
Nice.
So I killed myself like right at the end of the video. So,
you're not a gamer unless you played GoldenEye on like a 36-inch TV with four blocks and everything.
No, you're not a gamer unless you play it on a 19-inch and you're all like 5 inches from the screen.
Dude, yeah, I remember that, man, just sitting right in front of a...
Random question, though. What did you call it when you're looking at your neighbor's screen? Like your neighbor's window? What do you call it? Screen looking, screen watching?
Screen sharing, or not screen sharing, but yeah, screen watching, whatever.
Yeah,
we got people... But I mean...
People call it different things. We call it screen looking, I believe.
Something like that, I don't remember.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the meme where the kids figure it out and they have a box taped to the screen dividing it, and one's sitting on the couch, one's sitting below?
Yeah, so one had a cover.
Yeah, a cardboard box cover, so that you couldn't. It's like, whoa, hold on, why did that never occur to us? This has come up before, but have you tried playing GoldenEye in the last few years? No. Like as an adult, it's impossible. Dude, we're so used to dual joysticks and controls that make sense. You fire up a real N64 controller and you try to figure out GoldenEye. We timed out before killing each other. It was ridiculous. Like we couldn't figure it out. We're like, how were we good at this? Like, I guess there was no choice, so you got good.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, and just a personal question here: inverted or non-inverted?
Inverted.
Thank you. How do these people play non-inverted?
I don't know.
Weirdos, man. And they're like, I'm not a plane. I was like, yes, you are.
Savages.
You're a 7.5 foot, 1,200 pound man. You are an airplane. Or however long.
Well, I guess that's all about me. I guess. Like I said, I do reviews. We'll go back into what we're talking about.
It always happens. Like I said, at the beginning of this, it's an early tangent. We can start on the actual subjects of things here. If you want
I think that's it. Yeah, I'm on SCU. Usually, I'm on a little break. Well, I've been on the last couple episodes, and like I said, I've been doing reviews for a while, and my channel has been picking up lately, and so I like do that. I like doing that.
We have virtually daily videos. You're nearly daily.
I try to because I'm in school, so I don't really have a lot of time. Also like doing photographs too. I take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, you do. You're even getting featured on some pages.
Yeah, I got featured on. It ain't a big one, but it felt good to notice. They put me on the head thing, whatever. So I thought that's of Skylinks, the MMC links, Magna.
Yeah, Magna. Yeah,
Magna. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Gold head or non-gold head?
Non.
Okay.
That shiny one was. I don't know. It looks fine, but it's just
it's like personal preference. That's why they send them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know Sky's the one everybody's waiting for. That's why they gave us links first.
Dude. Yeah, I wish they would have done the box set, both of them together. That would have been so much better. Because it's a great bot, but it's kind of boring. You just like.
Yeah, because you wouldn't buy one without the other unless you had to, which is what they capitalized on. So, but look at it this way: if they release Sky first, you guys would probably be perfectly happy and not bother with links.
No, I definitely get links still too. I think them
Eventually,
combined.
but you wouldn't be like you have to wait on
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
So
I mean,
they
Links is a good figure. It's a
no,
really, I love it. It's articulated really well. I mean, and the paint on it is really good.
it
Um,
basically bends in half.
yeah, it's got like two ab crunches or something. It's like it got a
Yeah.
back crunch and
It's got the
everything.
back and the front. Yeah, it just
Yeah,
basically bends
so
itself in half.
it's a
Instead of,
really good figure. I mean, I love it.
I mean, basically, it turns into a brick with
Exactly. Yeah, the
and
all
then
mode is
legs. So it's better
yeah.
than what Hasbro's given us in the last few years.
Yeah, the chicken. Yeah, they like the chicken. It's combining words, chicken. Whatever.
And it has a fake. It has a fake links mode that you can sort of make if you get the whole combiner set.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have the extra head to really get
He's on my floor time now. He's my little like I used to have Alpha Bravo as I do a lot of stuff with Alpha Bravo, and now I'm doing a lot of stuff with the chicken. So
yeah. Speaking of which, that is one of the main draws of your channel. You do have that uniqueness of you with your floor time. We've talked
floor
about
time.
it before.
Um,
It's fun.
Yeah, it's something different that people I don't really think we're doing it. I've never seen any other reviewer do it. It's just I think it brings out my personality because where I got it from was actually when our first TFCon we went to was in Chicago, and Bobby, everybody knows Bobby Schoolface. He had a table selling his merchandise and stuff, and I went and bought a Pretender, a G1 Pretender. What was his name? Forgot his name offhand. Anyways,
I never remember those.
yeah, I love the Pretenders though. But I bought one, and I went over, and there wasn't any chairs, and so I just sat down on the floor and just started, messing around with it because I didn't think anything of it at all. I wasn't, trying to do floor time at all. I just sat down, was looking at my transformer, and Bobby then looked over and on the side I was a little kid, a little tubby kid trying to play with my transformers and everything. So, yeah, kid. But that's just where it came from. I just it brings you back to when you were a child or a young child. And I remember just getting on the floor and just playing with my toys, and you just ride around and everything. So that's where my main thing is that I like to bring you back to when the good times. I'm not saying your life is not bad. I mean, I'm just saying simpler times back to when you were just a child.
Yeah,
and that's where I get floor time.
Dude, that's why I love it. That's what a lot of people love. They stick around. They want to see floor time.
Yeah, I don't think they can watch my reviews. They just watch floor time. They're just like,
well, look how many people skip MGo's reviews and go straight to the skit. There's been times
I watch MGo's reviews. He does.
No, I do, but he needs to do a master cut of his clips, especially when they're tied together. Like he needs to, and he doesn't. It's like and he's an elusive dude. Like he doesn't do like fan days. He doesn't do a whole lot of stuff. He doesn't do collaborations. He's not a part of any major groups, or if he is, he's secretive. And like he's just this dude who's been around forever. And I love people who are like, if they haven't watched him long enough, dude, you're gonna do a face reveal? Hello, his face is in every single video. It's it's his logo is his face.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
But he's a cool dude. I would love to meet him one day. Never gonna happen, but he's in Chicago if I remember.
If he's ever been to a TFCon, I think he has.
He goes, but I think nobody is so like svelte. Like nobody just pays attention to him. He's a tall Puerto Rican dude.
Really? Yeah. I think he went to
I assume tall.
But last year TFCon, I think. I may be wrong on that. I don't know.
I don't know. But no, he does a lot. So I love watching him go. I get a lot of my influence from him go. People recognize a lot of what I say is very MGO like, especially when I'm talking about Transformers. But
I'm sorry. Go.
No, I was gonna say I think I've started borrowing some stuff from Bobby actually. Actually, my lighting setup I borrowed from Bobby's.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, just the way I built it out of pipes and the clamp lights.
Yeah, I see it. I can see the reflection.
I was gonna say the backwards this.
Yeah, I get a lot of. I mean, I don't try to copy anybody. I'm not saying you are copying anybody. I'm just saying I don't.
Well, I definitely copy people.
I try to be different, and just bring something different. Like I don't do any transformations on my channel because anybody can watch anybody for do a transformation. I just go over the figure, what I like about it, what I dislike about it. I go through articulation, and then I do floor time. Oh, I do size comparisons a lot. So a lot of people like that too.
You do the quick size comparison. I like that. And it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you show them with Legends figures, you show them with the Deluxe figures, and you show them with Voyager figures, so they can get a sense of this is how it would fit my collection.
Yeah.
And that's what I want people to, just, I like to have fun. I like to try to have fun, and I'll respond to anybody that writes to me. I'm really, I'm, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm really appreciative of people that watch my stuff and who actually, respond to me, and actually want to talk.
You have to.
Because I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to anybody about Transformers. I'm always available. If you want to talk, reach out to me, and I'll be happy to, chit chat.
Yeah, that's how we basically got hooked up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched your video, and then you were talking about T-shirts. I was like, I'm gonna talk to this man about T-shirts real quick.
Yeah, I do have T-shirts for sale.
It's like I've already been through this. I need maybe I can help him walk through it. Because I know Bobby basically, not a few months ago, basically said I'm not going to reply to every comment. He might like or.
It's time. It's time consuming, especially when you have so many. He has
that many,
15,000. Subs and everything. So I think if eventually, if I'm hoping if I reach that high, that it might stop a little bit, but. As of right now, I like responding. It may not be a long response. I might say thank you, for responding and all that stuff and everything. But I'll chit chat with a lot of people and I'll go back and forth. And
that's one thing where I started doing my Sunday live streams. I think I talked to you about this before. Do the Sunday live streams and save a whole bunch of the comments so you can answer it that way. So they feel like it might be a little bit more personal. And now that you're doing your 30-minute or less things with Adrian, or if you ever feel like doing one on your own, by your own, be like, here's my 30 minutes or less answering your questions or things like that. Not even a Q&A thing. I mean, not even a Q&A. Like literally, if there's stuff in the comments, like you said, you were too busy to get to it this day, or it's too long to type out. That's one thing I hate. I hate having to type out a long thing if it's not necessary. Which, by the way, here's the thing you can use. I came up with. Subsplaining. So when a commenter feels like they have to tell you everything you don't know about something in a few comments, it's called subsplaining. And I have a famous subsplainer on my channel named Jetfire. You know Jetfire, or you should know Jetfire. I believe he's probably in your comments. He's got Skyfires.
I think he has.
Yeah. He probably won't subsplain a lot to you because you do know a lot about your things, but he definitely does it a lot to me. And I came up with.
I have to go back and look and see if he's ever tried to do that.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite meme. Meme inspiration.
You've made it. If you got something like that, you've made it. I want to have one of those.
It's every day. It's every day, man.
I get that all the time.
On my Gundam stuff, if it's something I don't know about if it's Universal Century, I don't really know that much. So basically, G1 of Gundams is Universal Century. Okay. So that's the thing I know the least about probably at all. So when I make a little mistake or I claim ignorance. I don't claim to know everything about it, period.
Oh, I tell everybody during my review.
If I don't know it, it's fine. But then when you get those people who want to tell you everything about it and we'll have a paragraph, I'm like, it's fine.
People like that got fandom.
I don't mind being told something I don't know, but it's the way it's told.
Well, that's the problem. See,
that's the hard part.
When you're typing, you really can't tell.
Tone is the problem.
Yeah, the tone, and that's why
there's some people.
Well, I mean, but that's why I'm trying to do the live thing. And I want people to watch me on live and that want to ask questions, so I can, talk to them about it. Instead of if you type, like I said, if you type something out like a text message or something like that, some people could see it a different way than what you're really trying to portray.
Sarcasm doesn't exist.
Yeah, sarcasm doesn't exist.
So hard. And I'm super sarcastic.
But I when people, and I tell people when I the Star Wars the Zuzio thing I did today for my first Black Series I've ever done Star Wars. I'm not I like Star Wars, but I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I don't know all the side characters and all that stuff. Yeah. And I explained that in my review. I'm like, I don't know anything about this character. I was in it.
I don't either. That's why I never bought it. I have no idea who he is.
I don't either. So I just, I'm just winging it. But I bring on. I say, if you want to tell me about this character, I would like to learn. I'm not going to hate on that. But we've gotten people on Shattercast that do that stuff. Well, you didn't say it, blah blah, this like this. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. The way I explained it, it wasn't right. But on my reviews, if I get it wrong,
it is.
I forget a lot. I'll forget transformation stuff. I'll forget something to move this way. Like lockdowns, Studio Series Lockdown. You can push his chest out, and then you can also put out his shoulders. Well, I didn't do that on Shadow Raider, and somebody pointed out, and I was like, thank you. I missed that part, and I did push the chest out. I just forgot to do the arm part. So, yeah.
If you want to see people really trying to correct, you want to see real anger from people, go to my F91 review from last Monday. Good God, people were angry.
Let me write that
down. If you want to see real anger and hatred towards an opinion,
F91,
not my F91 Master Grade Monday, it's so bad. I shut down the comments today. Like I said, okay, so like the 17th person basically screaming at me for my opinion, and I'm like, you know what? This is the first video. I'm locking down comments. I'm tired of it. It's like, it's over. I even made a video rebuttal. Like the next day, I actually made a rebuttal to explain why I felt that way, and and to say, because people were telling me I couldn't have an opinion on it because I didn't build it.
See, I don't get that. I don't understand why somebody says that you can't have your own opinion about stuff. That is probably the stupidest thing to ever say. Yeah. Like I have to. So you don't want to hear my opinion, but I have to respect your opinion. Are you kidding me?
Both ways.
I've seen, and I've read that, like in Bobby's. I read some of Bobby's comments and stuff. But the thing is,
there's some people on his comments, man.
After the 15th person saying the same damn thing about what he did wrong, why don't you read the comments? At least or some of the comments, and say, oh, somebody already mentioned this. Maybe I shouldn't open my mouth to say that because it's just redundant. You're just like, you're repeating what everybody else is saying. And I'm sure Bobby knows he made a mistake, and everything. And I'm sure he hears about the mistake he made. Mm-hmm. And he'll say, and then Bobby will go up front and say that I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But if you have to hear it 20 times, I can understand why he doesn't comment anymore. Because after 20 times of saying the same thing the other person said, come on now.
And I will say, aside from like certain big ticket reviews and even my news reviews, that one, because in the freaking thumbnail I put I hate it. Holy crap, dude. I haven't had a video grow that fast in a while. Like, it's like I need to start hating things more often. It's like, even though it was
people love hate.
It was a legit problem. The thing was falling apart in my hands in the review. So I'm hating it. Like, I was like, this is crap. Like, this sucks. And then this one, Jetfire, was telling me, I'm probably going to cut some of this. Jetfire sitting there telling me, well, this is where subsplaining came from. Well, nobody else is having this problem, so it doesn't mean that yours is an actual problem. And since nobody else feels this way, your opinion doesn't really matter. Breaking it down. I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Like, dude, okay, it's not a real problem because no one else had it. I'm not looking at the kids. He's like, didn't you watch anyone else's reviews first? I'm like, no, I'm reviewing the thing in front of me. And why would my opinion be swayed by someone else's lack of the problem?
You wouldn't be giving a review then. You'd be just taking off somebody else's review.
Yeah, it's like I go at it by it's like I'll go watch somebody else's review after I've reviewed it to see if they had the problems. But if I do it first, then my opinion is going to be influenced by whatever.
Yeah.
You can't help it.
See, and that's why, I try to give everything a fair shake. And I think that's what people like about me sometimes is that I like a lot of Transformers. I like a lot of different lines and everything. A lot of people say my collection is trash because I got different stuff and everything. And I don't care. Whatever. That's your opinion. But what was I trying to say?
I don't know.
I give everything a fair share and everything because, someone out there might like it.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it a fair shake. And a lot of people didn't like Tight Returns. A lot of people didn't like Paddle Primes. But, once you get it in your hand, and I just love Transformers. I mean, I love all kinds of lines, MPs, third parties to that stuff. So, I try to give a fair shake to everything. And I've heard a lot of times that say that if I think something is crappy, that means it must be really crappy because I like everything.
You like everything. So,
if I say something that sucks, it more than likely really sucks.
There's one guy who commented. He said, why do you continue to do Gunpla reviews if you hate all of them? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, every review I've seen, you're hating on the kit. And I'm like, which reviews have you seen? And he literally listed off only the reviews that I've hated. Like, and it's two. He lifted off two things: the one I had just done and one I did earlier this year, and they're the most hated things I've had.
Yeah.
He's like, you've only seen those reviews? Like, what are the odds out of the over 900 reviews I have now that you only saw the two that I hated on more than anything? I was
odds.
like, okay, fine. You can, that it makes sense that you think I hate them all, but go back to last week's review. It's like, what the hell, man? It's like, in what world did I hate these? Yes, I clearly hate Gunpla, as you can tell. Like, I know you hate Starscream by the shirt. You bought so many of them so that you could hate on all of them.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, I want to ask you real quick. Do you fear the domino effect one day in your collection?
Oh.
Because I look at that and my anxiety when looking at you guys who have your shelves set up like that, I just like every day. Like it's like a bad fart, and they might.
Luckily, we don't have a lot of earthquakes here. I say that, but you know, we could have one.
Not. You're not really close to a fault line, are you? You're quite Appalachian, right?
I think up in the Missouri the Missouri boot area, there's a fault line or something like that. There's a lot of fracking around here. They do a lot of that stuff, and it's caused. I mean, I haven't felt an earthquake here. I don't think ever, but there's a lot of low ones, like 1 point something, 2 points or something like that.
Yeah, that reminds me just real quick, because yes, guys, we will get started on actual topics here eventually, but this is what always happens. But that reminds me, you're obviously, you know about Hurricane Harvey. You're not oblivious to the world. Since you mentioned earthquakes, so in that week we had an earthquake, forest fires, a hurricane, snow, and an eclipse. In that week.
The eclipse was the worst part, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, I think the hurricane was the worst part. Yeah, but the fact that all of that shit, like, that's literally end times. Like, earthquakes, fires, floods, and an eclipse. It's like, an eclipse. It's like, holy shit. Like, literally, where is Lucifer? Because this is over. You know? Like, and it's happened literally all in Texas. Like, because most people really don't get a scale of if you're from any other state, you have no clue how big Texas is.
Oh, I know how big Texas is.
Yeah,
I was stationed in Fort Hood.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Cool. But like, that's what I'm saying. If you're not from here, if you haven't been here, you honestly don't get how big. Because stuff, you know, in Rhode Island, you could literally, like, somebody could have bad enough diarrhea on the other end of the state that you might.
You could wave at somebody and see them on the other side. Yeah. Dude, I remember in Texas, man. We drove when we, like I said, I was stationed in Fort Hood. We went to El Paso, and I remember we drove all day, and we still was in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious? I mean, it turned from green from the east side. And
you went from the great piney woods to the deserts.
Straight, just brown everywhere. I'm just like, where are we at? Are we in New Mexico yet? Or you know, next to El Paso? Like, no, we're just still in Texas. I was like, oh my God, dude.
The one time I've been to Colorado, when we went up through Oklahoma and across Kansas and into Colorado. But we came back down through New Mexico and then across from Amarillo, I guess.
That was a long trip from El Paso to Houston.
Well, we didn't hit El Paso. We didn't go that far west. We went through like Amarillo. We went a little further north towards Panhandle. But like, we still, like, it took less time in other states. It took 22 hours to get, or total, roughly. Jesus. Yeah, that's a long drive. But no, there's a reason. You ever seen this map? It's like, there's a reason that people in Dallas don't go to Corpus Christi for the weekend. It's like, because it's legitimately, okay, what is it? El Paso, what is it? It's El Paso is closer to California than it is to another city in Texas.
I can see that,
if I remember correctly. Yeah. It's actually closer to a state that's 3 states over than it is to another city within its own state. That's insane.
There's nothing out there. I mean, it's a straight desert from.
Oh yeah.
I remember we were just driving in desert the whole time.
A buddy of mine was stationed in El Paso for a while, and
we went to El Paso. Yeah, I mean, we was doing some training, and I've never been to Mexico, and I remember just standing on a hill, and you could see Mexico right, and we wasn't allowed to go because of their gang wars and stuff, and they just wouldn't let us go because they didn't want to get hurt or anything.
What year was
So
that?
I'm so close. This was 90. No, this was about, let's see, 96, this was around 2000, 98, 98 or 99, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
I
because
was in,
you graduated mid 90s, right?
yeah, 95.
Okay.
So I was
That's what I
in,
figured.
I was in Germany for 2 years, 96 to 97. So I was in Fort Hood for another 2 years, a little over 2 years. So I was in 97, or I'm sorry, 98, 99. And so yeah. So around there, around the late 90s. So I
Okay.
mean, they could have been lying. I don't know. They just told us we couldn't go, and I was so close. I mean, you could piss over in Texas. I mean, to Mexico. That's how close we were. I was like, damn it. So
I don't think you were missing much back then.
probably not, but I still wanted to go. But
All right, guys. So usually the way this works, we do personal questions first, so back and forth. So it'll be, normally the guests get to ask the first question, and this time it's going to be the same.
okay. So I ask you a
So
question. Okay.
you can ask me a personal question, whatever you'd like to know about me. Just keep it away from the realm of favorites because everybody says, "Hey, what's your favorite?" Whatever. I could tell anybody that in a 5 second thing,
Okay.
or it and just things since you haven't seen it, things that have already come up. Uh, how did I get into YouTubing? How did I get into Gunpla?
I was
And
gonna ask how you got into YouTube. Damn
yeah,
it.
don't both of those things. Yeah, see, eliminate those things. So I mean, like I said, it can be literally just about me. It doesn't even have to be about the hobby. It can be any damn thing you want to know, as long as it's within the realm of reason. Because I'll tell anybody anything, and if I have to edit stuff, that's fine.
God dang, I have to think of something now. Shit.
It's all good. You got
I
time.
got to
You
my
got a
damn
minute.
question.
Well, I should have. That's why I said if you had time to go back and watch the ones that have been done,
Yeah, I didn't have time. Shit.
because yeah, I know. Because one was my feelings on the way, or how did I grow my channel, and the feelings on the way things have gone in the last 2 years. Then there was shit. What did Nick ask me? It wasn't super deep, I know that, but then Dog wanted to know what my first Gunpla was and how I got into it, because he doesn't know anything about
Oh,
that. So
I got a
I mean,
question for you.
since you're a Transformers fan, you can go anywhere you want to go, buddy. Okay, so what was you said something first? What would I collect?
If you didn't collect,
We had the alternate collections, but you said something first. Other things what other hobbies?
yeah, what other hobbies do you
Okay,
have
so
instead of doing this?
we'll go. I'll roll it all together. I'll allow that to be a multi-part question
Okay, thank you.
because I'm an asshole like that. Anyway, okay. So other things I collect.
Or just
Anybody
other hobbies. Like, what do you like to do?
hobbies?
Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like to
sorry.
go,
That's right.
to
You're
the
right.
movies and stuff.
Okay. Movies, yes, of course. So there's the general nerdery of movies and anime and TV, cartoons. Avoiding favorites. Obviously, I'm not just going to go off of it. My guys will know this stuff. Obviously, the collecting hobby, not just these guys behind me, but all the other things I do. Craft beer is one of my side hobbies and was actually my main hobby for many years. I was very, very deep in the craft beer world. We set up a Houston craft beer group that got very, very prodigious and turned into a nationwide trading group and stuff like that. Me and my ex, that's what we did. That was our hobby. And the remnants of which are still in my closet over here, taking up space. And actually, I've been drinking a beer all night. Actually, this is the second one right here. But I still love it, but I don't collect it like I used to, because it was something I shared with somebody else that was important to me, and that hobby disappeared when that person disappeared. And I talked about this with Dog. If you go back and watch it, that's how I got into this hobby. So my wife does build with me occasionally. She has built a few.
Cool.
Actually, she is featured in Double October at least once or twice coming up.
I'll have to go watch Double October then.
Yeah, you do. It's a month-long event. Go watch the previous ones. But actually, she has a whole shelf actually down there of just her builds.
That's cool.
And actually, the Bear Guy shelf over here is almost essentially hers. So I only have like 2 or 3 in there. She's done the rest. Oh, duh. When we were talking about multiples of things earlier, it's like that is the most ridiculous straight recolors and barely any changes thing is little Bear Guys. I do build things otherwise. I'm a carpenter by the way my dad was a carpenter.
That's cool.
Is I should say, was, sounds bad. but like I have almost as many tools as him now. It's
Nice.
like, so when I was taking a mild break from gunpla building and before the YouTube stuff started, every year I would do one big woodworking project, usually around my birthday. And I got into building tables of all things. So while I was still in my beer collecting hobby,
Mm-hmm.
I built beer tables, party tables, with they used plastic window boxes as ice troughs down the middle. So you
Okay.
keep all your beer literally stored inside the table. So everybody just sits around, the beer stays cold, and then when it's done, you just dump the water out and you cover it up and good to
Yeah,
go.
that's
So
cool.
I started out with one of those, a little guy that was actually made to fit in the back of my car so that I could take it to
Mm-hmm.
parties, and it traveled with me. The next year, I stepped it up from the little guy to a huge 7 foot long expanding dining table. Like it
Okay.
actually had an oak and pine hardwood integrated top, and like it had sliders, so you would open it, you would pull the leaves open, and then you had two long trays in the middle. And that has
Yeah.
legitimately only been used once for its original purpose. It was
Oh,
for my 30th birthday, I think it was.
cool.
And it was actually held in a brewery. It was a lot of fun. I love that table. We dropped it off still tacky. Like we clear coated it and dropped it off. We were running a couple days behind. It took 2.5 weeks to build.
Mm-hmm.
But I always bought a new tool to up my game. So that year I bought a biscuit joiner
Okay.
and learned how to use it. The next year I
Does it make
bought,
biscuits?
huh?
Does it make biscuits?
Actually, it makes holes for biscuits,
Oh,
technically.
okay, cool.
Biscuit joiner, it makes a hole, you insert the biscuit and you glue the things together. It adds structural stability to two pieces of wood connected on the end.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, so it adds without having to do screws.
Okay.
uh, I stepped it up after that, and I built a table that wasn't for me. It was actually for my niece. She'd just gotten married and they had just got a house, so it was a wedding
Mhm.
slash housewarming present. And
Okay.
it was my first round table.
Okay.
So it's about 48 inches. So they're about 4 feet long or 4 feet wide.
Mm.
It has an octagonal design in the middle and then done round around the edges, which was a massive pain in the ass. Don't ever make anything octagonal, ever. The angles
Okay.
are impossible
I'll,
to figure out constantly.
okay.
Um,
I'll,
and
I'll take your word on it.
yes. So, and I customized it to them because they're more country related. And I actually first time I'd
Mhm.
ever included welding in my woodworking. So I actually, because it had, instead of using a plastic trough, I got a big galvanized 17-gallon bucket
Mhm.
from the feed store. So, and I included a sink drain down the middle with an old school chain pull stop. So
Oh,
you didn't
nice.
have to remove the bucket. You could just pull the thingy and it would just drain
Yeah.
down. You never had to play
Oh,
with it.
that's cool.
But you could do crawfish, you could throw beer in there, whatever. And it had a wooden
Mhm.
cover. But I did the welding because they had a horseshoe motif in their living room. All their furniture had custom horseshoe stuff. So
Okay.
I
That is
remembered
country.
that. So I actually bent two horseshoes at a 90 and welded them together for a handle.
Oh, that's
And
neat.
then actually, the first time in my life, I had to buy horseshoe nails. So actually, they're nailed to the thing with horseshoe nails.
Oh, I bet they love that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they're practical.
they loved it for all of 1 month before the winter hit, and they
Oh,
never got to use it. And then it broke. The way it
oh,
was constructed, the rain it rained and then froze. It was that last really bad freezing winter we had a few years ago,
okay.
and so it split. But it split
Mm.
down the way it was made. So I took it home and I spent a year, not a year fixing it. It took me a year to fix it, I should say. Uh, and then it's been at my parents' house ever since. And actually,
Neat.
my brother was supposed to have taken it back about 9 months ago, and he couldn't get it out of the garage at the time, so he didn't bother. And my
Mm.
dad brought it up the other day because they're trying to clear out the garage, and he said, "No, I already gave it one chance. I'm not taking it." Like,
Oh.
seriously, it's like asshole. So now it's on my parents' porch, and my dad uses it whenever he gets done doing outside work. He'll sit there and he'll sit up with a beer. I
Oh,
mean,
that's cool.
it's a pretty badass
I,
table.
I thought another question after you asked
It's all
me.
good. It's all
I
good.
got
We
another
can.
personal
Hey,
question.
if you
It's
want
a
to
good one.
ask
It's
it.
not a hobby one too. It's a good one.
Oh well, hey,
Uh,
we can intersperse it if you want. I could put this as a second question.
Okay, I ask you a question.
I'm a magic editor.
If I'm too, not really,
Go,
but
go ahead, bud.
if do you and your wife like to travel?
Well, the question: do we like to, or
No, the question I'm asking because it's the question is if you and your wife had a choice to go anywhere in the world, where would y'all
oh
go?
shit? Now she should be in on this one. Um, the okay, saying we like to travel is an overstatement.
Okay,
She
she
she's
likes
the
to travel.
traveler.
Okay.
Honestly, in my life, I haven't gotten to travel that much. So, like earlier, we talked about the one time I went to
Mhm.
Colorado. That's the most amount of states I've ever seen, other than Texas.
Dang, you need to
So
get out
I've
more, man. Come
I've
on,
gotten
man.
nowhere. It sucks. Like
You gotta go somewhere, man.
I've never even flown, like ever.
Oh Lord,
And
you're
she
gonna
tells
be
me,
scared shitless.
yeah. So she's been around. She's been down to Mexico. She
Mhm.
actually she was married to a Hispanic dude, so she's been to Mexico, to
Okay.
where they actually uh, they've had some issues trying to get
Mhm.
back across the border. So a car full of
Okay.
Mexicans and one white girl. That looked really suspicious as they were trying to come back. So she's got some stories about that. So
Uh,
she's definitely traveled more than I have.
right.
So she has places she wants to take me. Um,
Yeah, you should go.
though eventually, money is the main
Well,
problem.
that is true.
We are
That
working on it.
I
Uh,
understand that. I understand
so what I did this year is I burned all my vacation at once
that.
to give us at least a few days to go and
Mhm.
go on a real vacation because it had been a while. Like our first year together, we actually got to go on a decent real travel vacation.
Yeah.
We only went to Galveston, but we were down there for a few days.
Mhm.
I actually got to see and do shit and spend money.
Yeah.
The last time we did a vacation, it was like a day long trip, just because money was tight.
Right.
And I was
That's
telling you,
understandable.
her PTO got changed in a way to accumulate, so she had to work more hours to accumulate less.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
Okay.
So what we're going to work on for next year, and this comes down to what I was telling you about TFCon. It's like, okay, if I know when things are going to be held
Hmm.
by next month, I can pick those things and be like, okay, this is what we're going to go do.
Right.
Because I get 4 weeks of vacation a year, so I can really pick and choose depending. And she wants to go to do a lot of things. We were supposed to go on a cruise, a kind of Caribbean slash Mexican cruise for like
Moving
we're going to
on.
do a 5 day cruise
Yeah.
back in God damn, what year was that? Okay, it's 18 now. That was in 2016
Hmm.
or 2015, one of those. Whenever we had the Memorial Day floods, because we had already put down our money. We had already put down the money for the cruise, like the 300 down or whatever, and it was only going to be 1,500 for the both of us.
Hmm.
Um, and we had sold off her truck because I had multiple vehicles, so we sold off her truck for enough money, and our apartment flooded in the Memorial Day floods.
Oh.
So we spent all our money moving,
Yeah.
and we didn't get to have that vacation.
Yeah. That sucks.
So
Life happens. You know that. You know.
yeah, it's just that screwed it. That was our huge trip we were going to do.
Yeah.
If it comes down to her, she doesn't know where she wants to go other than everywhere. And that's just me being honest. I love her to death, but she's literally on her phone on Pinterest or whatever. Ooh, baby, we should go to here. And and
My
and,
wife does that shit too.
and believe me, I would love to be able to indulge everything she wants to do.
Hmm.
I would love to. Because I definitely want to have more experiences in life. I haven't had enough, if I'm totally honest.
Right.
And like within Texas, I've traveled quite a bit.
Hmm.
Uh, but actually, funny enough, the vacation we had this year, it was Dallas, which was the most time in my life I've ever got to spend in Dallas. And then that vacation got cut short because our apartment was flooding from the inside out. Um,
Jesus.
yeah, but luckily, like my cousin was here, he was already keeping an eye on it, and then it got severely worse while we were gone, so we had to cut it short by 2 days. We had
Hmm.
like so much shit planned. We had already booked another day for the hotel, and we had to cut it all short. And then, of course,
Yeah.
it was just a mess. But we didn't have to move at least. So either way, if it comes down to me, I want to do some European stuff.
Like.
I have always wanted to go to the Nurburgring. I've always wanted to drive around that, and there's
Hmm.
only so many more years that that's going to be a thing that you can do. Because I've been trying to shut it down for a long time now. and I would love to be able to have seen that because I'm a huge car fan.
Hmm.
Um, and I would love when it was still around in its original form. I would have loved to have gone to see a taping of Top Gear. Um,
Oh, okay.
because that was my favorite show, period.
Okay.
And I was absolutely heartbroken when they fired Clarkson, and then the original cast got all quit, and then they brought it back with all new people, changed the format, and all kinds of shit.
Okay.
So, and then the original track as it stands is now closed. They modified it for the final couple seasons after they were gone, and then now it's closed, period.
Hmm.
So it's like that. I would have loved to have gone and seen all that shit back in the day, but
That's cool.
there's places, big sites in the U.S. that I would love to go see, of
Mhm.
course. Grand Canyon, that's on my bucket list. I would love to go see the
Very
Grand
nice.
Canyon.
Very nice.
She wants to go to Catalina Island in California because she went there as a kid and she loved it. She would love to go back, and I'm down. I'd love to go to California. There's good, at least 5 great cities I'd love to see in
I've been to
California.
California. I've been to Pasadena twice for BotCons. I haven't really seen California.
Yeah,
We plan on going to San Diego next year. She really wants to go watch the whales, and I want to go to the zoo and stuff. So we're planning on going. We try to make at least we try to go to at least one trip a year, at least. Like this year we went to New York for the first time.
nice.
We really enjoyed it. We spent 5 days in New York City, and we try to at least once a year go on a trip. For us, because you never know. You're never promised, the next day. So you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
experience, as much as
Yeah.
possible.
I would definitely love to go hit up New York.
I think you'll
You
like
know,
it.
oh, of course I
It's
would.
it's a
I
lot
want
of
to see all the things.
yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, we didn't get to do, have one day it rained, so we went to the 9/11 memorial thing.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of stuff to do. Like we want to go back. We got to hang out with Robert D. And he took us out to eat a lot and everything and stuff, and got to meet his family again and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff to go. I think you would love New York. There's
I would
also
love it.
there's comic book stores. You would love
Oh
that
yes.
too. There's nice ones, and it was real fun. I had a great time. I would love to go back there.
Cool thing about New York, though, because it is just right there. The place that I order all my Gundams from is in New Jersey, so I would just be hop, skip, and a
Oh,
jump to go visit
yeah.
them.
We didn't
I
go to
would love
Jersey,
that.
but
Yeah, well, I've talked to those guys before because they helped me out with my charity contest, so I wouldn't mind going in there and actually
okay, that'd be cool.
checking them out. But no, I mean, believe me, travel is something I would love to do.
Hmm.
It's nothing I've
A
been
lot of
able
people
to.
do. A lot of people want
What
to travel, but
what sucks about it, and this is getting into real life of Shoki growing up. My parents are old. My father's 85. My mother's I think just knocking on 70 now.
Mhm.
Um, they had gotten all their living out of the way before I came along.
Right.
So I've technically been to Hawaii. My mom just didn't know she was pregnant with me at the time.
Oh, okay. So you was a little
So
swimming in there.
Disney, Hawaii, all kinds of shit, Mexico. My parents did all the things. You got to think they were together in the 70s,
Hmm.
late 70s, early 80s before I came along, and like super early 80s before I came along. So they did all the things.
Hmm.
And then I came along and they were done living life. And my siblings got to do
Oh,
all the cool shit. And then my cousins growing up got to do a whole lot of stuff, but I didn't. I didn't get to go along with them.
yeah.
Like I didn't go to my first like amusement park until I was like 9.
Hmm.
Like and they went yearly, and I finally got to tag along, and then I went a few times after that, and then
I think I
sadly,
should go to Disney World too. We went to
oh, of
Disney World on
course,
our. I've been twice. I went to a BotCon actually, 2010, and then me and my wife went on a honeymoon to Disney World,
yeah.
and I think y'all would have a lot of fun if y'all went
Uh,
there.
a friend of mine, they go to Disney pretty much yearly, but now they've got 4 kids, or the fourth one's coming.
Oosh.
So I don't think they're going to be doing that too much longer, which sucks for the new kid because the other one's got to
Yeah,
go.
because the other ones got to go, and then
Yeah.
he's like,
Uh,
"Oh, mom,
so hey, look, pictures of place I'll never get to go.
yeah, look at all your
Uh,
brothers and sisters get to go, but you don't get to."
yeah, basically.
Oh, that's
Disney would be on that list. One place, of course, I have to go to the motherland. Got to go to Japan. Got to go to Tokyo.
I would
Uh,
love to go. I want to go to Australia.
I would like that too. I just would hate the flight.
I'll be all right, but
From where we are, it's like a 22-hour flight.
oh yeah, it's a good trek. But I would love to go. I mean, I want to see. I want to meet Adrian and Lenny. Lenny
Yeah.
is over there, so I'd love to go over there and visit that way over there. So
And see pretty much the most deadly animals,
exactly.
the highest concentration of things that can kill you in
Exactly.
one place.
See, we have guns over there, but they have like every poisonous,
Everything.
that could be possible, So
Snakes, spiders,
yeah, like you
bugs.
need guns over there just to kill all the animals and stuff.
I
But
thought guns were
and the
gun-
panda,
guns were banned except for hunting, if I remember correctly.
I think
Is
so.
that
I had to
right?
ask
Yeah.
him, but yeah, they haven't had they had one big fiasco a while
Yes.
back,
Yes,
and they
that's
banned
what
guns.
changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they haven't had anything since then. So.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Either way, all right. That was a good question there, man. There's a good couple questions there, sort of, but it's all good. Oh, I never did get around to the just real quick things that I would have if I didn't have Gundams.
Okay, yeah.
Transformers. I'll just leave it at that. Like, because I have just my one D12 over there. Transformers and Power Rangers for sure. Because Power Rangers. You're a generation roughly ahead of me, so yeah, you would have missed out.
Yeah, I missed the Turtles. I mean, I was at the brink of the Turtles.
1980, yeah.
They were 88, 89, give or take.
Oh, yeah, I'm on the wrong end of time. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And Power Rangers.
Yeah, Power Rangers was 93, 94.
Yeah, I was almost graduating. So
you were graduating in 95. Yeah, you were right there.
Yeah, I didn't get Power Rangers.
Yeah, you make me feel young, man.
Do you have Power Rangers?
Yes.
I mean, do you have any Power Rangers? Okay.
Yes, I've got lots of Legacy Megazords down there. I still have a few classic Megazords over here. So they're big robots. I do have a lot of the Legacy 6-inch figures, and now because Bandai gave up the rights, they're basically flushing the factory right now because Hasbro's got it now.
Yeah.
So they're putting out every Legacy figure they've ever done starting like end of this year. So every Legacy Ranger, if you've ever missed one, except for not all of them, because there's some I just don't care about in certain seasons I just don't care about. But like I want to get classic Mighty Morphin, including the Green Ranger, which is like the big one. Like you got to have the Green Ranger to finish out my Tommy shelf.
Okay.
Just it's you would know if you're a Ranger fan, you have to have a Tommy shelf. Okay. I do have the Morpher, and I do have one of the other Zeonizers. So I've got a couple things that way, and I do have the Toys R Us exclusive Black and Gold edition Megazords.
Okay.
For now, I still have those. Those may not be with me too much longer, but Transformers for sure, because there's so much good third-party stuff right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Masterpiece, I've had to restrict my Masterpiece line because they cost so damn much most of the time. Like, of course, I want to get the triplets. I want to get Prowl. I already have Streak technically, but I do want I want that new animation Prowl. The one where
windows.
Yeah, with the blue windows. I like that look, and plus you don't have to see all the kibble.
Kinda, yeah.
You don't have to see the kibble on the inside, and I like that.
Yeah.
I dig that. I do want to get Sideswipe because he's classic, but I had an original G2 Sideswipe, so part of me wants the MP G2 Sideswipe color just because.
The black and green one, yeah.
Yeah, just because like it's ugly, but
he's got
it's
extra weapons and stuff. He got like a sword and some kind of knife or something.
Like some kind of. I thought he had like a mace or he had some weird stuff. I remember that.
It was like a machete, actually, kind of.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of the shoulder mounted thingy. It's different.
Yeah. Oh, he's got like it's a cannon or gun cannon.
It's a different cannon than the normal.
Yeah.
But actually, one of my subscribers who lives here in town, I was supposed to buy Black Convoy from him.
Okay.
Nemesis Prime, but sadly money's really super tight right now, and I feel bad because I told him like 3 weeks ago I would buy it, and then money just kept getting tighter. I'm like, oh, I really want that. Yeah. But he's got a few other ones for sale, and I look at, and he has the MP Exhaust, so the Wheeljack but more roll edition.
Yeah, I got it.
Like I know that figure is kind of, but I like Wheeljack. But I like the actual classic I don't think it's actually Marlboro, but it's definitely a tobacco company on the Lancia, and I'm like, I would leave that in car mode just because I appreciate that as a classic race fan.
Yeah, it's a Marlboro car. Yeah.
Is it okay? Yeah, yeah.
They got they're doing the Wheeljack Plus.
Yes, the Wheeljack Plus looks awesome, and this is what sucks. Like, if there's any, because I know Gunpla is not going to last me forever. I eventually it's going to be the thing that goes, and then I will start my masterpiece collection instead. You know,
you probably get them cheaper too if you wait.
Oh, by then, yeah, for re-releases and stuff. But I love Planet X. They're one of my favorite third-party companies. I love all the Fall of Cybertron stuff they've done. But I'm so mad that they started on new things without doing re-releases of things that people are missing. So I need Sludge. It's the last Dinobot I need. I'm not worried about paddles, but I need their Sludge. And everybody is pissed that they did not do a re-release. They did a re-release of Grimlock in the metallic colors, which looks fine, but it doesn't match anyone's collection.
Yeah, they did a TFCon. They did TFCon exclusive their Planet X stuff.
I'm planning on getting their Megatron because I have the Prime. I'm planning on getting their Ultra Magnus because it's pretty cool. I'm planning on getting their Insecticons because they're pretty cool and cheap for what they are. But now they're going off on non-Fall of Cybertron stuff. So now they're going off on what is it, the breast formers or whatever.
Yeah.
So now they're going that route. It's like, hello, but actually they haven't abandoned Fall of Cybertron because they showed off Ratchet, Ironhide, and Sideswipe from the game.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're still keeping that, and like I want their version of Bumblebee because I had the Hasbro the Generations version of Cliffjumper, which was just a Bumblebee recolor. And I love that toy. I loved it. I was like, I want Planet X to make a bigger version of that and make it better because I want that.
I have any Planet X. I'm trying to think if I have any Planet X Transformers.
I haven't seen you review one, to be honest.
I don't have any of them. I mean, I didn't get their Omega. I didn't get their Trypticon.
Oh, yes, I have that. Nice. I do have their Trypticon.
I thought it looked nice, but I just didn't. That's the one that came in 2 parts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so cool, dude. It is so damn good. It's so good.
I didn't. I mean, I don't think I didn't. I wasn't in the Dinobots because I went with the fans toys.
Yeah, it's a different aesthetic. I mean, it's just.
It's true. I mean, they're Chug. You know, the Planet X ones are.
Yeah, they're Chug scale. Yeah. Which they have their own scale that isn't even totally accurate as it is.
I don't have any Planet X stuff, man.
Dude, I would tell you Prime or Grimlock for sure. Like, if you're not going to get them all because you're not bothered, Prime or Grimlock because they are the best. Prime is just good. Prime is good. He comes with the arm cannon and his giant axe, and he's accurate way more than the actual official.
No, I don't. I have the
on my fingers here.
I forgot that I forgot the company. I got the Megatron and the Prime. Hold on, I'll be right back.
He's got to go look now. I hear a Detolf opening.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I love that one.
What company is this?
Hold on, I think I've got it. Spark Toys Alpha Pack.
Spark Toys, yeah.
I told you it was Alpha something. I told you it was Alpha something. I knew it. Yeah. And guess where I found it? MGo's review.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. I was like, because he put it in there as MP War Within Prime. So I looked for War Within Prime.
You don't even name it on Chosen Prime. It's just Spark Toys.
Yeah. Alpha Pack is the name, though. But that is a really cool one.
Alpha Pack. Yeah. It's really good. I wish they would put out some more stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, Spark Toys doesn't. Yeah, because they did the Megatron that's.
Yeah.
They did 2 versions, right? They did 2 versions of him. They did when he's before he's Megatron, technically, right?
I don't think so. They only had this one.
It's a tank mode, and then now I'm going to look. Yeah, because I wanted to ask you about something. I was looking on your Facebook profile, so I'm going to ask you something because it kind of pertains to me.
Okay.
Way back when, in the summer of 2001. Technically, it was the spring of 2001 when I graduated from high school. I had several opportunities of places that I was going to go. The multiple military factions were looking into me because my ASVAB scores were off the charts. And then there was a particular technical institute that I was looking at that I saw on your
ITT.
Yeah. So I looked into going to ITT way back in the day. So I was going to ask, huh?
Thank God you did.
I was going to ask you. That's what I wanted to ask, because after looking into it a little bit before we really signed on, we made the decision to not go that way. So I went to community college instead. But I wanted to ask you, like, how did that go for you? Because obviously you ended up in the military.
Well, the ITT Tech was not in 2001.
No, it was in 95. I saw that. I was comparing it to, wasn't it? It said you went there in 95.
ITT Tech was just, I went to Black River.
Okay.
School. Now that's where I got my associate's degree from there. That was
okay.
That was a school up in Pocahontas, up in Northeast Arkansas. Okay. I did go to ITT Tech.
Okay.
And when was this? This
maybe I had your years. Maybe I had your years backwards when I looked it up.
I think so. Yeah. So I graduated in 95. And then I went to the Army.
Okay.
And I was in the Army from 96 to 04 for 8 years. And then I got out and I went to Black River Tech. And that was 2005-ish, give or take, or something like that.
Okay.
I graduated then. Then I went back to, I worked at Dillard's. I don't know if you, I saw that. Down there.
I saw that, yeah.
I worked.
We barely have Dillard's.
Oh, really? I remember y'all having stores.
It's going out.
Has a store.
There's two left in this area. They used to be very prolific.
I worked in the IT department, technical support, and I was in the NOC group, which is the network on control, or not network on call.
Okay.
I worked with the switches and routers and all that stuff.
I got you.
And I worked there for about 3 years, and then I went to work for HP.
Yes.
And then I was in school. I went to ITT Tech for 2 years. I got my associate's degree in something network. I don't know, something.
You sound like it sucks so bad you don't care to remember.
Well,
if I'm honest,
I don't put it on my resume that I went there.
Yeah.
Because I tried to get jobs with that, and I never got it.
The reason I ask is because I've heard not horror stories, but just
no, there's horror stories. They're trash. I'm glad they went out of business. I mean, I still owe. I got debt with them because. It was my fault too. I take blame for it too. I should have done it. I don't know why I even went back to that school, but it was.
I mean, I wanted to ask because I didn't know anybody who actually went there. Because I think the Houston campus, either not got shut down, but they got discredited.
They're all shut down now.
Now. But I'm talking about way back, because 2001 is when I graduated, when I was going to go. So by 2002 or 3, they were discredited.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, so at least locally, I don't know about everywhere. But at that point, I'd already gone to community college to do the same thing I was going to do there, and for cheaper, way fucking cheaper. But obviously, your experience wasn't great, and so
I had some good. I had some good friends that I made there, but as far as teaching, it was mainly just doing research and papers and stuff over stupid stuff, and just stuff I could have easily done. It
could have been an online course for what
it's just trash. But you live and learn.
For kids who don't know, ITT Tech, it's just it wasn't even short lived because it was around for quite some time.
No, they've been around for 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years at least. But they just. At least by the time you were done there, it was on its last legs, and for good reason.
Yeah, they shut down about a year or two after I graduated from there.
Because I was interested, because obviously I saw you went to different technical institutes and stuff, and I didn't know exactly. But then I saw you went to Dillard's. I'm like, it's like, hold on, wait. Yeah. It's like you went to all these different tech things, and at Dillard's, I'm like, I don't see him selling at the perfume counter.
No,
like, what were you there for? Obviously. You're in the IT department, so that makes sense. That should have clicked, but it didn't.
I don't know what I went back to. And now I'm in school again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you now? Are you just trying to update?
Well, I lost my job. It's called WFR, workforce released. Mm-hmm. So basically, I lost my job for overseas, cheaper labor and all that stuff. I worked at HP for 7.5 years.
Damn.
And so they let me go, and they're paying for my school now. So I'm in school for HVAC, heating, air,
Yeah,
and
because we're mildly talk about that earlier. Dude, that's a hell of a business.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but
Yes.
you have to know a lot because I've never done anything like this. Like I'm starting from scratch, and
And
I'm trying to look for jobs, and they want people with experience, and I'm just like, I'm hoping I can find a job that will train me and stuff, and
that's and what they usually do. They usually do like a journeyman type deal
yeah,
with it when it comes to that. So it's work experience as you go.
hmm
Because I do have friends and family who've done HVAC stuff
hmm
and electricians and all the things.
it'd be
Basically,
so
uh,
hot. God,
with
it'd be so hot.
my family, we built all of our houses
Mhm.
because everyone was already well equipped to do so.
No,
We
that's
had
good.
plumbers, we had electricians, we had people who mostly we now have people who could do HVAC.
Mhm.
Back then we didn't. People who know cable networking and shit like that. So
Right.
like my cousin, her husband works for oh, not is it Comcast now? I can't remember. Either way, he works for a major cable company,
Yeah.
running lines and making sure everything's good. So his house is wired like a motherfucker. You know, so they I can't remember if they built their house or if they just added on. They built a huge family room add-on
hmm
and wired everything up for the best internet, best networking,
Right.
best HDMI, like network through the fucking walls.
Yeah.
Everything is beautiful setup he's got in there. Um, but yeah, no HVAC stuff, dude.
Yeah. I'm.
Get used to hot attics.
Yeah. I'm. Yeah.
Like
And
you don't even need to go to the
that's why.
gym. You don't even
Well,
need
that's
to go
why
to the
I'm
gym
running
anymore.
late because I won't be able to fit up into the damn mags anyways. But
You're
I'm
entirely true on that.
trying to lose weight for that. So I just want. I really didn't want to go back to school because I'm tired of it. But
Yeah,
they're paying for it.
yeah. Why
So
not?
I was like, I might as well cause go back. And I wanted a job that maybe they can't be sent overseas.
Yeah,
So
you can't send that overseas
yeah.
technically.
So I chose a field that could be, I could, enjoy it, lose weight, get to see other, stuff, be out in the, out and about and everything,
Yeah,
and just learn a good trade, trade, So
yeah.
that's why
That's
I
a
chose
trade
it.
that's not going to go away in this world.
No.
Yeah,
So that's
because
why I chose it. But it's hard. I mean, I'm learning. Hopefully, I'll graduate. I'm doing 3 classes in my internship this semester. I'm hoping if they offer the classes for next semester, I only have 3 left. I should be able to graduate next semester. If not, then I'll have to go into the next fall. But I'm going to try to get a job anyways. Um, like I'm doing an internship right now with the school I go to. I'm doing like maintenance and stuff.
yeah,
So I'm doing that.
it's always a good way to go.
Yeah. So
Like
I'm
getting the
hoping I graduate.
experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool though. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I mean, okay. When you were in the army, what did you do?
I was a cook.
Really
I got
cool.
this. I got this lovely figure from cooking. So
Oh, I figured that
yeah,
was just the general collector shape.
yeah, that's true.
That's what
I
I
am
call
a
it. That's
collector shape.
the
True.
collector shape.
Um, I took the ASVAB test and whatever. I could have gone into inventory or some other stuff. I guess I didn't score high enough, but they showed me the video of them cooking and everything. I was like, oh, I like cooking. I've had jobs, cooking in restaurants and everything. I like, that'll be fun. I love cooking.
Yeah,
It was a terrible job, dude. I remember getting it. We had to get up at 3 o'clock in the
yeah.
morning.
Army cook. I couldn't imagine.
It was.
My buddy Nick is a chef,
I
and he
want to be a
worked.
chef.
He's working for HEB, doing all the how they have the in store pre-cooked stuff, and then they have to
Hmm.
do the.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of that behind the scenes, but now he's working his way up to management on that, where he'll be
Cool.
running his own kitchen in HEB basically.
That's
But
cool.
he was working for a major multinational corporation in their kitchen and getting paid a lot of money, but he hated the job.
Hmm.
It didn't allow any freedom. It was you had to. It was basically cooking the same shit over and over, you know.
Yeah.
And he didn't like the hours. He didn't like the people he was working for. Now he loves what he's doing. He's a lot happier with his life, even though he technically went back. He was at HEB, didn't like where he was at, quit, and went to this other place. But when he told his old manager that he was ready to quit, he said, "Dude, come right back. We will fast track you towards management, get you into your own store, all this shit because you're
Oh,
that
cool.
damn good." And we're so he loves it. We talk food all the time.
Mm.
We wanted to do a YouTube cooking show as well.
Ooh,
To just be fun.
nice.
You know, we're definitely not going to compete with anything, but just
Right.
throw it together because we both love beer. Although he's on a diet now, he's working hard to lose weight. I
That's
mean,
good.
well, what sucks for him? He's young, he's tall, and he's got good
But I'm not
genes.
tall. I'm
No,
short. So.
it's like so he's out there in the gym pretty much every day trying to lose weight and get a little bit more fit. He was already dieting and stuff like that, watching what he ate, drinking more than a gallon of water a day, keeping himself
Nice.
all hot. He carries a friggin' gallon jug with him everywhere he goes now.
Yeah, I've seen people like that.
I laugh at him, but you know it's all for the better for him. But he's a lot happier now. He's had a really rough couple of years. He just lost his dad.
I like cooking in the army. It was fun. I remember waking up when I was in Germany and waking up in 3-foot snow at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to light burners and stuff. I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like so, but I am glad that I went to the military. It taught me a lot. It made me a better person, I think. And
you were literally serving your country.
I served them good. And you know what? To be honest, we could have messed up more people in a battalion or anything than anybody could do during a firefight.
Oh, for
we could
sure.
just drop something in the food, and their whole camp would be done.
Well, if you remember, if you're a Seinfeld fan, that's what happened to Morty. He did that to his battalion. He used some sketchy meat. George's dad. They found some sketchy meat and they talked him into cooking it. He was like this ridiculous chef in the army, and then they talked him into using this bad meat that they found, and this whole battalion got sick, and he never cooked again.
They'd be crapping everywhere, dude.
Yeah. But, as they always says, an army marches on its stomach.
That's true. But I was a soldier first. I mean, we did. I worked in the on our trucks and stuff, and I was in mainly a female. Over in Germany, I was in all the cooks were females except for me, and the E6 that ran. He was the top sergeant in ours. E6 or E7, and I was always having to do the burners, and go work on the trucks and stuff and everything. So,
I don't know why I got this when you were talking about that. I was thinking like you said working on your trucks. I know you meant literally the
half tons
but my mind went to army food truck. Like, that would be a funny concept. It would only work like on a base. Like if you had like a big ridiculous base and people didn't have time to get to the mess hall. So that would be kind of fun. But could you imagine an armored food truck rolling around on the behind lines? If that would be funny. Like, okay, we know you don't have time to get out there, and MREs suck ass. So
I like some of the MREs. They were all right.
Well, depending on what generation you're at, just don't accidentally eat the toilet paper is the old joke, right?
Some of the crackers taste like damn toilet paper.
Those were the toilet paper, man.
And the cheese.
Yeah. Either way, thank you for your service, by the way.
No problem.
You always gotta, because I've had Marines, Air Force, everybody's been on here. Actually, that was I had 2 years in a row. I had ridiculously high ASVAB scores. I don't know why I took it twice. It got me out of class, I guess. The main reason to take it.
Like, why do you need to take it twice?
Dude, the Marines went after me hard. Like they came to my house 3 times.
You would think Air Force or Navy would go after you hard if they got high.
Air Force, no, because of my needing to wear glasses, so they didn't really care. I wanted to be a pilot if I was going to do anything. I didn't have the vision for it, which I'm not wearing my glasses now, so it is what it is. But Marines went after me harder than anybody. But then the Navy, once I went in there and took their test, because frankly, I didn't want to. I wasn't keen on killing people, to be totally honest. And the Marines want you to kill people first and ask questions later. And, which fine, but that's not what I wanted to do. Right. I didn't want to be pulled from a desk job to go shoot at people. And to this day, of course, my mother resents me for not actually going into the armed forces. But she's told me that to my face. But it was my girlfriend at the time who talked me out of it. But the Navy wanted me to do either intelligence, counterintelligence, or nuclear subtech. And I'm like, well, I know what I want to do. I'm not going into a big metal tube with nothing but men for 6 months at a time. Sorry. It's like, I'm claustrophobic and don't like water. Let's not put me in a submarine.
Yeah.
Especially when it's my job to make sure that it doesn't blow up underwater. No, sorry, not going to happen. So But then
A
I
lot
think
of
about it.
responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, I think about it though. If I had gone in there, there's entirely the possibility that I could have been the one who saw some of the shit going back and forth for 9/11
Possibility.
because I had really high code breaking skills back then. So now my brain is not in that line of work
I
anymore.
really wish I would have stayed in. I would have retired 2 years ago. No, actually, yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, I would have
You
retired at
you and Nate
39.
you and Nate must be about the same age then because he's been retired for a couple of years.
I'm 42.
Okay,
So I would have retired at 39 if I would have stayed in.
you're a very young 42, I must say.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I
Especially
miss
when I
your
shave.
I still miss your beard, by the way. When it was bushy,
Yeah, that's
when you actually had like the sizable beard, man, I was like,
yeah,
look at that beast of a
that
man.
stuff bothered the shit out of me, man.
Oh yeah,
It was like this is bothering me right now, but I
stubble's
may grow it
annoying.
out again. I may grow it out again. I don't know.
Do it
Who knows?
once, like get it by
But
Chris.
the
Do
thing
it for the
is,
season.
it looks because I got that gray strip in there. It looks like a cum stain on my damn beard.
Okay,
And
you got to get past that. Okay, okay.
I
You
have
want to
to
talk?
color it. What I need is color it.
Yeah.
Probably.
See, mine is salt and pepper now, and
Uh-huh.
which is I'm not even that old. I'm 35. But it's salt and pepper for stress now. But this
Yeah.
is so fun. Nobody believes me. If I have to find pictures, if I can find my original driver's license photo, or actually technically my second driver's license photo, I had a fucking hefty goatee in my
Mhm.
teens before I got a job that I had to shave. And it naturally grew in 3 colors. So
Yeah.
it was brown right down the middle, 2 blonde stripes, and 2 red stripes.
That's weird.
It grew that way. And like people
Uh,
said, dude, do you dye your beard? Because I had the same beard for the longest time, delivering
yeah.
pizzas and shit like that. And then eventually I had to shave for a job or some shit. I don't know why I shaved it. It never grew back that way, and it's so mad. I had it that way for years. And here's the crazy part. My dad, years later, decided to go ahead and just try it out. Never really had facial hair. So he grew out a goatee.
Grew the same thing.
It grew in fucking stripes. It's like, what
Wow.
the? It's a genetic thing. I was like, how? Like,
I just
because
have gray right here. I just
yeah,
have like
just
a
right,
little
just a
gray
patch in the
spot
middle.
right here.
Yeah.
So it'll grow, be brown all the way there, and then it's got that long gray thing, and just like it looked like a cum stain. I was like,
Yeah. Well, maybe once you lose a little bit of weight and your chins and because I had the same problem. I have the collector chin.
I'm trying.
Down here.
I'm down 33. I've
And
lost
that's
2
awesome.
pounds this week.
But I talked about it with the wife because I have to lose weight now. I didn't pass my DOT physical because of it. Actually, my blood pressure, the weight, I'm 1% over BMI to technically pass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start walking couple miles a day.
Okay.
I'm not big on doing the gym stuff, but I can walk for fucking ever.
Hey, just change your diet, man. If you,
I know we're
if you change
gonna
your
work on
diet,
that.
if you change, I do a fasting.
I'm gonna
which
do that too. Intermittent fasting.
Like I do 8 hours of eating and 12 hours of not.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
I'll
gonna
eat
start
from
doing that.
12 noon till 8.
Uh-huh.
And then I think that helps a lot as long as you and drink a lot of water.
Yep.
I haven't drank. I've stopped sodas. I haven't drank a soda in like 2 years.
I've been drinking more sparkling water and getting away from the Cokes, and I can feel the difference. I can't drink straight water anymore.
You'll lose. I'm telling you, you'll lose
know.
about 15, 20 pounds. Just if you don't drink sodas, if you just start drinking water, that you'll lose a lot of the water weight.
Yeah, the bullshit puffiness.
Because there's so much sugar and so many calories in a soda.
We've been talking about going keto for a while, but
What's that?
The ketogenic diet.
Is
Basically,
that paleo? Is that like the paleo diet?
Not paleo. No. Paleo is actually
paleo
is garbage. It's garbage.
Really?
Keto works. Keto does work, but it's very hard to maintain. Basically, you cut out all sugars and all carbs, and you go protein and fats. So your body is.
I can do that now. I try to.
Yeah. So you really up your meat intake, but you want mostly cleaner cuts of meat, but you want healthy fats, not like shit ass fats.
Right.
And you balance that with some veggies. You don't have to overload on veggies. You don't have to go vegetarian, but you eliminate carbs almost entirely, like less than a gram of carbs a week or something like that,
right.
And no other kind of sugars. And so your body takes a while to switch. So you go through what they call the keto flu. You usually get that for about a week or so into it, where you just feel like ass. And that's where your body is switching from running off of carbohydrates and sugars to keep you going, which is all the American diet is based off of right now. And you switch to running off of the fat that is in your body and the fat that's. You combine that with a mild exercise or extreme exercise if you're a crazy person, and you will flat out start losing weight because your body is now starting to burn the fat off your body, not the shit ass carbs that are going into you. So because you're eating carbs, you're eating sugars, and your body can only burn so much, especially if you're not inactive, if you're sitting at a desk or, in my case, at a steering wheel. And those all turn into fat on your body due to inactivity and not processing it. So once you're no longer taking that in and your body starts burning fat like it's supposed to, and you don't have to work yourself to death, because a lot of times on a normal diet and you work out hardcore or you do long distance running or biking, your body goes past the point of burning fat and actually starts burning muscle instead. So that's why long distance runners and long distance bikers have like super skinny legs, despite the fact they use them constantly, because they've burned out their muscles, because their body actually have to eat something. And at a certain rate, you know, you should know that you're in the gym, you know, as often as you are, your body goes into a point where if you hit it at certain beats per minute, or, you know, for your heart rate and certain everything, your body will enter a zone where it's just burning fat for energy. Once you get past the initial calories and sugars and shit like that, it starts burning fat. If you already cut that out, then your body's just going to burn fat when you do those exercises.
Yeah, I'm also doing with Adrian told me to do this. Where I eat normal like 3 days, and then 2 days I eat like 600 calories.
Yeah, cut it way down. Yeah. One thing
so,
I talked about it with the wifey earlier, because most people are on roughly a 3,000 calorie diet, even though they say daily it's supposed to be 2,000. Cut it down to 1,800, and you will see results in days. Like, you know, because so just count your calories, which I was actually actively looking at calories earlier on some of the stuff I was eating. But my problem has always been not working enough, because when I started at UPS, it was the most physical job I've ever done, as you can imagine. My first 2 weeks of driving, I lost 20 pounds.
Nice.
Just doing the job. And I kept that off for 6 years. No change of diet, no included exercise, picking up drinking. The work alone was keeping the weight off my body. But then I hurt myself to the point that I couldn't do the job physically anymore, and that's when I put on all this shit. So I'm 50 pounds heavier than I was when I started.
Yeah, I've always had issues. I mean, I've lost 80 pounds twice. I had to lose weight to even get to the army. I had to lose.
That sounded funny.
10. What's that?
I lost 80 pounds twice.
Oh, I did. Well,
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, but it sounds like I lost it, and then I found it. It's like, oh shit, there it is.
I mean, I did. I'll get to where
fucking 80 pounds. When I'm sitting there looking, it's over there behind the 13th star screen.
I've been, you know, I've always had problems with my weight, and it's just, you know, it's how it's been to when it's in high school. Like I said, I had to lose weight to get in the army, and when I threw out my army career, I was fine. And then when I got out,
you're always working,
yeah. So you know, we had to, you know, do PT and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, I get to a certain point, and like I had a plateau for 2 weeks. Before this week, I had a plateau. You know, 2 weeks in a row, I didn't lose any weight at all. I didn't gain it.
It's just not going anywhere. Yeah.
And I just got frustrated.
It's that push. You just need that little bit more push, huh?
I tried that the 2 days, Tuesday and Thursday. I ate, you know, around 600 calories, and I do the workout. I go do the elliptical for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I do one day I'll do arm and chest day, and then the other day I'll do leg day. And my wife is saying, you know, that maybe I'm gaining muscle too, because she could look at me and kind of gain. It looks like I'm gaining muscle too.
Yeah, so the fat's going away and you're adding muscle. That's the one thing. Depending on
3 times, you know, what weighs the fat. So
yeah, exactly. 3 times as dense.
Yeah.
The biggest problem a lot of people have when they're considering weight loss like this, especially, you know, when they're heftier like us, you go in there and you start picking up weights and stuff like that. Hello, that's building muscle. It's like you're not the cardio is going to burn the fat, and the muscle doing the workout. Obviously, you're going to make your everything a little bit stronger, so you can keep doing the thing you do. But you're adding that weight in, so you have to offset it, obviously, with the things you go to do.
I thought about just going in and just doing cardio stuff, but I'll lift, you know, and I don't do it a lot. I mean, it's just,
you know what? Because I've been watching a lot of Joe Rogan, his podcast, and they did the weight loss challenge with Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, and part of it was doing hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Yeah, so it's literally where they keep the yoga studio at like 106 degrees.
I've done that. I got into a suit, one of those like garbage bag suits, and did the treadmill. I did that for the Army, and you sweat your balls off.
So if you think about that, yoga is really good for you, especially if you got problems, you know.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about getting into it, but then the hot yoga, you're literally just sweating balls. So imagine you're doing all the other things you do, but mix in a workout with some yoga. So you're getting your stretches, you're going to fix your back out a little bit more, things like that. And also you build core strength doing it.
And, I'm trying to start doing yoga. I don't know if I can get into a lot of poses, but I could still try.
No, but that's the thing is nobody can right off the bat. You're not going to be perfect. You just got to get over the image of you doing it at first. And that's why I want to do it. It's like, because wifey wants to do it too. And there's, if nothing else,
my wife will do it too. Yeah.
You know what? There's plenty of free videos online if you're going to be shy about it. So if you want to get a feel for it, that's what we do. Instead of going to a gym, we've got a YouTube channel we follow that does 30, 45-minute workouts with weights, without weights, and stuff like that to show you what to do. It's called HatsFit.
Yeah.
And
there's tons of those on YouTube.
And they're really good. They're good about keeping you motivated and stuff like that. We lose the motivation otherwise. It's when we take the day off, because we did good. We lost.
We have a cheat day. We have a cheat day on Friday where I just eat whatever I want to. And tonight we ate pizza tonight, and I shouldn't have ate it. But
and you feel like shit.
Well,
you feel great about it, but inside you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done
that. Yeah, inside, but I don't feel like I gained, like I still feel good. Like I feel better now. I can walk around. Did you fart?
No, my neck started there. No, I didn't do a. You would probably hear it with my mic, to be honest. Considering what was going on before I came in here, it's impressive. I have not been.
I've gotten to the I got to the point where I gained so much weight that I didn't want to go even look for Transformers. I mean, it got to that point. And now it
starts affecting your hobby.
Yeah, and now I walk around all the time, and it doesn't bother me. I mean, my back doesn't hurt. I'm still a big guy. I mean, I know I am, but 33 pounds in. Let's see, I started this in August.
Yeah,
so you're looking at months, 2 months, a little over 2 months now. I think that's pretty good.
Have you picked up whenever you go to the gym again, grab a 30-pound kettlebell?
Oh yeah, see, that's how much
you done that? Yeah. Like, isn't it weird to go like?
Well, it's heavy.
It's heavy, and you don't think about it. And like, this is why I really honestly I want to get down. Like I've got way more gut than I've ever had in my life. The rest of me looks okay, like arms, legs, because those are the things I use for work.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting on my ass for the rest of my job. So, and of course, doing this, I'm sitting in front of a computer. Or I'm sitting at my review desk.
Yeah.
So, and one thing you talk about fasting, the only time I fast on accident is when I'm in a project and I don't think about eating because I'm so focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, like I'm in the wood shop, I will be, or working on a car. Like I haven't worked on my car in months. Like I rebuilt a car from the ground up, and I didn't finish it. It's still sitting in my parents' garage, and I wouldn't stop. Like I would get over there at 10 a.m., maybe earlier. Actually, I slept over there a couple nights, so I was starting on it at like 7 in the morning. I would not stop working until 6 p.m. I would take maybe take a lunch break, and my mom would drag me inside. Yeah. But literally just on a project for 12 hours, grab a drink or whatever. Make sure I'm staying hydrated. Because I tend to do a lot of this work when it's cold out, so I'm wearing a hoodie, so I'm sweating a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just,
it's not bad. It's kind of rough, like the first week or two. You get to a certain point, I remember, let's say, like I said, I start from I eat from 12 to 8 at night.
You just mean like snack, like constant, like little snacks or meals or things like that?
No, 2 meals. Like I'll eat a lunch, and then maybe a snack around 3 or something. And then I'll eat a supper and our dinner and everything.
I wanted to specify, not that you're eating constantly from 12
No, I'm not eating constantly for 8 hours.
But that's your window. That's your window.
And I'm not eating like fast food either. I'm eating, healthy stuff for me.
Yeah.
So, but at the beginning, like about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning,
start getting that tingle.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, can I make another 4 hours? And just like. But now I'm so used to it that it doesn't really bother me. My stomach will growl, everything. But I just drink water, and,
it fills you up, yeah. So I
Yeah.
was thinking about going with light breakfast and some coffee to get my
Mhm.
calories in the morning. Skipping lunch entirely, maybe like a brief afternoon snack, and then maybe even skipping dinner for a day.
I usually eat a
Uh,
fiber bar,
yeah, yeah,
fiber
yeah.
one or something.
I like
Helps me
Clif,
with the.
I like Clif bars or so any other kind of protein bars to try to keep the
Mhm.
sugars down, get more proteins. But I just got to figure out a lot more. I've got because if I'm not going to be active enough to work stuff off, then I have to watch what's going in. So
Yeah.
it's like I can't go eat a 900 calorie lunch and then sit on my ass for 6 hours
No.
until I eat dinner.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm going to have to make some major changes
Yeah. I
in.
think if you
It's
change
gonna
up
affect,
your diet, it'll help a lot.
and we have both put on way too much weight, and the motivation is just it's hard to get, especially in this heat, because we were walking almost daily,
Mm.
but when it's 107 degrees outside or even
You don't want to
hotter,
walk. Yeah.
we did the last time we went on a real serious walk. It was about a 2.5 mile walk, and it was uphill and then back down. Uh, she threw up hard whenever we got home. It was bad.
Yeah.
Like the heat got to her, and with her lupus, she's even more susceptible to heat.
Yeah.
So that was like the kicker for us not going for those walks, and it was summer. It was August last year, and the August in Texas is one of the worst things on the planet.
Oh, I know.
Um,
Arkansas is humid.
Arkansas is not that different. I mean, hell,
I mean,
you're
it's
on.
just I want to go to like when I'll set my goal to I hope to lose 40 pounds by TFCon. I need 7 more, so I
Yeah,
can walk around Chicago. Like we went to DC one year, and I lost weight and it felt good. But then when we went to New York this year, I was I gained back some more weight, and it just wasn't fun walking around. Like it was like a job and not
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
I don't want to do that again. I don't want to get on the plane and ask for an extension,
yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah,
seatbelt.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I want that. I don't want
And
that.
you know what? I need to find, because they're like my inspiration. The Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura. They were fat shaming each other the whole time. That's what their motivation was. And I mean, they were
Yeah,
horrible, horrible to each other. And like, but it was the motivation to keep going.
yeah.
It was because they're best friends. So that's the thing. It's like,
Oh,
so even in Tom's special, he said, "My best friend is the fattest man on the planet." In his Netflix special, he included it.
that's awesome.
And then he even had his fans of his podcast. He didn't even tell them to do this. They just jumped on the bandwagon, and it went so far. Not only people tagging Bird and hashtag Bird is fat or whatever.
Hmm.
There were guys in like Indonesia and other foreign countries who were teaching English classes to kids, and they were teaching them Bert Kreischer is the fattest man on earth. I'm not. The dude sent in a video of this, so these kids were learning English by calling Bert fat.
Nice.
That was the ultimate motivation for him. Like it's
Yeah.
like yes, and
Sometimes you gotta get
dude,
motivated somehow.
yeah, and he lost. He went from 256 to 221 in 30 days.
That's good.
Yeah, but he did it the wrong way. He was starving himself and doing
Oh
a
yeah, you'll
doing a
gain that. You'll
doing a
gain that
marathon
shit back.
doing a marathon every other day, that kind of shit. But Tom did it the right way, fixing his diet and doing everything else like that. So he actually beat him by a few pounds, but he did it the right
Yeah.
way. It's hitting a sauna occasionally to
Hmm.
sweat out. But we're on a really long weight loss tangent. But hey, who cares? It's
Yeah.
something to talk about. It's something that matters because we're not the only fat people in this
Yeah.
community. Let's just be honest here. So
No,
it's
yeah,
and,
not by
and
far. It's you go to the conventions and you'll see. I mean, and and Bobby and Robert have always been behind me and everything. It's like Bobby always tells me like, dude, I want you to be around. I don't
yeah,
want
exactly.
to lose you because you are too fat
Yeah, exactly.
and everything. So I appreciate that. And me and Robert talk all the time. He works out a lot now too, and he's lost some weight. Lost a lot of weight actually. He looks really good when I saw him. So looking forward to see him and see what his progress is and everything. So
Yeah. So I think I might make it a thing on my channel. Like I'm gonna say like, hey, look, I've got a weight loss goal. I'm gonna be reporting to you guys because I don't have anybody else.
I should say that too. I say it on Shattercast. They'll ask me how
Yeah.
much have you lost this week, and I'll tell them. So.
Yeah, you should. I mean, and if you need to do like a vlog or some shit, and when you're at the gym, like you take pictures and stuff, so it's like it's one step further from just a quick little insta video.
Yeah.
Just real quick, guys. I had had a fucking phenomenal workout today. I'm gonna hit that scale. Let's get after this shit.
Yeah, I wish I would have. I don't ever record me and my wife. Usually watches me. I mean, she does. She watches me every Friday. I weigh in every Friday morning.
Okay.
And
I was wondering what your schedule was on that.
Yeah, she'll usually she'll be there to watch and everything. But I forgot. I didn't videotape the first weigh in.
Are you doing pictures?
I just didn't keep up with it. No, I didn't do it.
Okay.
I did take a picture of myself.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I did. I took a picture of myself at my highest weight.
Yeah, we were doing that too. Whenever we were actively doing this shit last year, so we had a blank wall to stand in front of, so profile, front, and then
the weight. I did the front and side.
Yeah, so we see the physical difference, and we did. Even though we kept working out, we forgot to keep up with that part. So we weren't tracking our progress.
Well. I forgot to measure my waist.
Oh, the diameter. Yes, we were going to do that too. So
because you could. My wife told me.
Now.
Yeah, my wife told me that she could tell that I've lost a lot of in my stomach area, because that's my biggest area is my stomach area.
So, yeah, same here.
And I forgot to do that. I was like, damn.
Well, the ROC had a weight loss challenge last year. Right?
Yeah, I was in them and I quit. I mean, the last one they did, I didn't last a week or two.
Did they just kind of give up on that? Like, didn't do it again this year, or is it they just waited?
They were supposed to do another one in August, I think, but
I don't think they didn't do anything. It was fun because now that Josh has a leg, he could totally join in. Josh had an unfair advantage. He lost 30 pounds in one shot.
He lost 30 pounds just on that. G Money was supposed to. He was running the things and everything, and he was talking about doing another one, but I don't think it took off or something. I don't know.
Because I mean, it's grown so much. I mean, hell, I would.
I'm sure they'll do another one. I'm sure there's still there's a RLC group, weight loss group that are in there. Nobody's posting forever, but
nobody's doing it.
No, so I'm sure he'll kick up.
That'd be fun. It's like maybe I need to find somebody to do other than the wifey too, because I need if I start doing it, it'll motivate her to start doing it, and that's important. Because we both need to be around a lot.
Well, the money's incentive too. Also, you could win. I think.
I'm not even meaning that. I'm just talking about in general. Because like if I start something on my channel and like because I know I've got some overweight fans as well, maybe I could just be like, hey, everybody, check in once a week or once a month. We'll talk about it. I'll try to keep track of my progress. Just make it a thing that I can do to involve everybody. Plus, it keeps me accountable because I'll have people going, hey, thing.
And it makes you feel good too whenever they I don't know if I've ever inspired anybody, but I've heard people, they tell me like, you encouraged me or inspired me to start doing this or something. It feels really good. You're like, if you can help somebody make a change in their life for the good, that's awesome.
I've inspired a little, but not in that way. Mostly towards building and things like that.
Right.
Although I think people were fairly inspired by my charity contest, which is supposed to have another one next year, and I've got to figure out how to make that happen with no money. We're gonna have to get a lot more donations, but it's gonna be for another even better cause than last year's.
Well, if it's for a good cause, I'm sure that people will donate. They won't mind.
No, last year we raised $700 in less than 2 months, that was for the Lupus Foundation. So that was
$7 I didn't have. So
yeah, exactly. But I want to do more this year because it's going to be. I'm not going to. I don't want to give too much away because I haven't. The official thing has not been announced yet. And I've been keeping it under wraps, but. Is there anything you want to? Because I have two things that I have in mind. So,
if is this personal or is this?
No, just in general, topic in general. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to go personal, that's fine.
Whatever you want to talk about, dude. I'm all game. I haven't thought of anything really.
And most of the time, these things don't have to go back and forth. It could just be your opinion of stuff. Okay. But I wanted to bring up the G1 reissues since we touched on those earlier.
Okay.
Is it a shameless cash grab, or is it showing respect for the nostalgia factor more, because for like people like myself who didn't get a ton of G1 Transformers, this is our first time to really get our hands on something new. And you mentioned the price earlier, and they're not cheap for what they are. But how much is a sealed in box G1 hot rod going to go for? You know, if you're on eBay or somewhere stupid.
Sealed? Like it's mint and sealed box?
Like mint and sealed box, just like you would have bought it in the store. Like, think about how much that's going to be versus what you paid for it in this reissue.
Yeah, you're significantly going to pay more. Like on eBay for a mint and sealed box of 90, that's what, 86 hot rod?
Yeah, 86.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking a couple hundred probably, give or take. I don't know.
So the 25-ish, I think is what it
29,
was.
I think is what
somewhere,
it was.
somewhere
So about $31, so give or take.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I had a coupon. But I mean, like, I appreciate it. I'm happy about it, and I want them to do more.
Yeah.
But like I said, is it just them shamelessly cash?
I don't know. I think it's a little both. I mean, I think it's a nod to, you know, the nostalgia, because they know that they have to know that, you know, their target group, their main target group is collectors. I want to say main. Take that back, because kids are, you know, take over a lot of what the collecting is, but they know there is a niche for collectors our age and everything that are looking for this stuff, and that are excited.
For those who haven't seen it just yet, so super shiny, dude. Like, dude, the chrome is actually good. The only thing that sucks is not much die cast, if at all.
There wasn't on him anyways.
Well, there should have been a little bit, not much, but yeah.
Were die cast. There were two versions, I think, of that. There was a die cast one and without the plastic.
And these feet are definitely, I don't know, they're cold. They're cold, so I can't tell. I thought they were plastic, but now it's actually cold to the touch.
Might be die cast. I don't know. I haven't had to look at the Facebook groups.
And I think his pipes are die cast, or they're really well chromed plastic.
Really well chromed, I think. But I think that, you know, they are expensive.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, and Bobby has said this before, you know, if you purchased the Transformer and you loved it, I don't think what you pay for really matters.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If you put, you know, if I paid $500 for a G1 Starscream mint sealed box, I wouldn't care, because that's what I want, and I would be happy with my purchase.
If you had the money, yes.
Yes, if I had the money. Now, if I didn't have the money, I wouldn't be buying it.
But if it's, I think I like the idea that it's Hasbro kind of putting these things back into reach of the people on a basic level. Now, is a kid going to go out and grab one of these? I mean, of course, he's not going to have the connection to, like, say, you know, Devi.
No.
Yeah.
But the father of that kid will, and he will, you know, pass it along to that kid and be like, this is what I grew up on. And it brings the generations, like when the Transformer the movie came out a couple of weeks ago, I went and watched it. Yeah. There were younger kids there with their fathers. I understand that, but they were excited. You know, they were running up and down the, you know, aisles and everything, and excited. And it made me happy to see a generation's 30 years later, you know, a whole different generation enjoying this kind of thing. So they won't go through, you know. They won't act like, you know, all school, you know, all giddy and everything when they go to Walmart and go down the aisle and see these on the shelves like I was. Like when I first saw them, I, you know, had a big old smile and I was happy. Now that kid is not going to be like that. But when that father or whatever parent buys it for them and they, you know, they get to play around with it, I think, and that's what I think is missing from kids today is, you know, they're playing all the games and tablets and everything. They're not using their imagination like we did.
No, that's entirely true. They don't.
This, you know, it's out there. We, you know, G1 Transformers in a whole were trash. Let's be honest. They were just bricks of just plastic and die cast. But it made you use your imagination, and that's what made it so fun. And that's why we've been fans of this company and this line for 30 plus years, because you would use your imagination, and you can imagine this is what I saw in the cartoon. That's why I said on this I got a discussion question coming up. One of the guys asked me, "What was your favorite lines, and how has Transformers, the evolution of Transformers?"
Mhm.
And I mentioned that as a whole, we, if the siege line that's coming up is, I think, it's going to be a great line.
Mhm.
If it had a cartoon behind it,
Oh
would put it
yeah,
over the top. It
which
would put it over the top.
I wish they had gone that route instead of Cyberverse. But
Hmm.
uh, I mean,
Could you imagine them putting something on Netflix, like showing a
I
cartoon of
wish
the
they.
War for
I wish.
Cybertron, like the story? Because we don't know a whole story. We got the video
Yeah,
games, but if they made a cartoon out of that, do you imagine how much better the toys would be?
if they. Prime was the last good
I
series
mentioned that
that
too. That's the
had
last
good
series that was,
toys.
yes, because
They-
of the cartoon.
The
Because the
cartoon,
cartoon
the
was so
cartoon
good.
did its job. It did its
Yeah,
job. It was
it
well
made the
written.
toys. Yeah, it was well written. It made the toys more interesting because it had a great storyline and a background towards it. And that's what missing. I think with Combiner Wars, Titan Returns, and the Powder Primes, they had that Gold 90 thing, whatever, but it wasn't really that great. I mean, it was good,
The
but it
whole
wasn't.
the whole series on Machinima, it just wasn't that great. They put money
Yeah,
into it, but not enough. It wasn't that
like it
great.
was 10 minutes for a one
An episode,
episode,
yeah.
and it just wasn't. It didn't get into the the characters. It didn't build up characters and stuff.
I I
So
I wish they would stop with the trilogies. Like you can have a standalone series now. You don't have to make it a trilogy, a continuous storyline with the
mhm,
same things. Especially if you make the cartoon worth it.
yeah, like you
G1
said,
did that.
Prime did that. You
Prime,
know,
we okay. I'll eliminate the Beast Hunters chunk of that, but I love
I
Prime
didn't mind the
otherwise.
Beast Hunters. I didn't mind the Beast Hunters. It was
Well,
fun.
there were filler episodes that were really crap on it, but I mean, like
Hey,
ultimately, the
that's
idea was fun.
every animated was good. It made the toys good. I liked watching animated. I can watch animated now. It's kind of
It,
childish kind
it's
of thing
very.
going,
I
but
enjoyed
I liked it.
there was a lot I enjoyed of animated up until uh when Sentinel Prime finally came to Earth. I could not stand that asshole.
He was a douche,
It's
but
such a douche.
when you have a good cartoon and people are wanting more seasons, like season three ended,
Yeah,
people wanted more of animated.
yeah,
Because they showed that one episode with all the characters, Hot Rod
yeah.
and
When everybody came in, yeah,
Blackout. Yeah, they wanted more, and that's awesome. G1, like I said, G1, the toys were crap, but there was such good good cartoon behind it. It made you use your imagination, and you imagine what that cartoon, what that or what episode that was. You could just play it out in your head, and it made it fun. And we've lost that. You
yeah.
know.
The Siege line. You're right. It needs a fully fledged cartoon. It needs an actual
Oh, what a name.
series. Dude, okay, look at it. Look at it this way. The new Voltron.
Mhm.
It's an amazing, amazing fucking animated series, and the
Yeah.
toys, for the most part, are selling. I mean, once you have
Mhm.
them, you have them. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot new coming, but it's an amazing series, and they're honestly Playmates isn't doing well enough with the toys. They could do so much more than they do.
Yeah.
But if Hasbro had that, they would be going nuts with toys,
Yeah.
uh, because it's an amazing series. If they put the same effort into an animated series to back their line the way that they've always supposed to have done, but they've been banking way too long on the movies. The movieverse, the Bayverse has been
Mhm.
their little golden child, even though it's garbage for us. The kids love it.
I like the joke. I like the movie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
I like the first two.
The
I'll give
movies.
credit to the third.
I mean, this is a whole new discussion, but the
It is a whole
movies,
new discussion, but yeah.
the movies. I have to give credit to Michael Bay, and a lot of people may not agree with this, but it put Transformers back in the limelight.
How
It
about
made it more. Hey, how you doing? Mwah.
you're going to bed? He's kissing at you.
Bye. Good night.
Well, come say hi. Come say hi.
I want to.
Come say hi. You literally said that at the same time she did.
I
Come
wanted to.
on.
Um,
What are you trying to pick up? Oh, no.
I want you to roll on it.
I know it was there. I literally just put it there.
What was I saying anyway? What were we oh, the Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, we're talking about the Michael Bay movies.
Did you show them my TV?
I did not show him your Chrome Bear guys.
Show them my Chrome.
She wants to show off the last
Show me
thing.
Chrome Bear.
Okay, so these are little bear guys she just did.
Transformers they got some bears like Starscream and stuff. Oh Lord, that is shiny.
Yeah, these were from a contest, or not a contest, what was it? No, basically a raffle. But it's
are they painted or is it just?
No, this is the finish that came in.
Okay.
So I mean that one's super. This is the only one we could actually touch up the nub marks because I actually have chrome marker. The other ones, so there's bronze, silver, and gold. Campaign, that's what I was looking for. So it's a campaign thing you send in and you win shit. So I won this. I was like, cool. All of a sudden I got a notification from Bluefin that I had a package coming. I'm like,
so do you put them together or just her?
She put these together.
Oh.
I mean, I've built some of these. Actually, I've got a couple up there that I specifically want to build because they're cooler colors. I'm sorry, I didn't even show you off my backlog over here, but there's the newer version of these guys. These are quote unquote petite guys, so they're tiny. They have actual bear guys, which are about that tall, and they look more teddy bear like and stuff like that, and they have real weapons and shit.
Yeah, Japan's got some Transformer ones, like they transform. Like there's a Starscream, and which I need to get that one. They're like, I think they're panda bears. I think.
Yes, they're pandas. I've seen them.
Starscream is
toy.
That's been here for a while.
She found it was $9.99.
She just saw Devastator.
It was $9.99.
Yeah, like you said, it was only $9.99.
That's $10 of gas you can put in my car.
It wasn't $9.99.
$9.99.
You know you bought that? Oh, I got you in trouble.
No, she doesn't. Well, there's a reason she doesn't come in my room, so that way she doesn't see all the shit I've been buying. At least these were cheap. These Mega Man figures.
When did you get those?
Same time I got this.
Oh Lord!
Before I stopped spending. I bought a whole bunch of shit in 1 week, and that was the last things I bought.
Can she hear me talking?
Oh no, she can't hear you. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, because I got my headset on. I keep telling her she needs to come on these live streams and podcasts with me because she's actually fun. She's fun to bullshit.
Sit here and get drunk.
Well, like whenever I do the live streams where everybody comes on, I need somebody to moderate the chat, and she would be great for that, kind of like Laura does for Bobby.
Exactly.
So
I don't have a lot of people in my live chat, so I got like maybe 3 or 4 people in mine, so I could keep up with it myself.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like when we got like 5 or 6 people talking, I'd forget to look at the chat, and then people get pissy and stop watching.
Yeah.
But we have fun otherwise.
Well, when I'm like screen sharing stuff and everything, I lose track of what's being asked. So
that's one thing I don't do a whole lot. I need to do some more screen shares. Like we looked up the thing earlier, we could have done that. My internet is so iffy sometimes. Like the last time I was doing a thing, Hangouts kept crashing on me.
Yeah.
Because actually, it was our cable. It was our cable. Because she heard me yelling about it, and at the same time in the living room, the TV signal was fucking up.
Okay.
So
Adrian lives in Australia, and his stuff, and he's got new internet or something, and 1 or 2 shows he's crapped out, like he left and stuff. So.
Yeah, that because the TheKrowSama, he lives in Japan, and we've had things other than the fact it's a 14-hour time difference.
Yeah, that's what really sucks. I love doing the show with Adrian, but his, he's like a day, like he's in Sunday right now.
He's in another day, yeah.
Yeah, so, I've had to do live shows at like 11, 12 o'clock at night.
And, sorry, am I bothering you?
No, I was going to kiss you goodnight. Huh? No, you're off camera. Camera's aimed at my face.
I can still see it.
If you saw what she just did.
What is this?
I don't know. What is it?
Oh, I get stupid emails.
See, baby, I don't really have a problem with collecting. He does. And, you can't see his actual collection. That's just a couple things.
I see just a little bit of stuff.
He's got, I don't even know.
I got a whole room full.
He's got a whole room full of Transformers. Like, okay, you remember?
Is he another,
what?
What's his name, Thomas?
He's like Thomas, but he has I think he has more than Thomas.
How can he have more than Thomas? Thomas
got more room.
Shitting.
I probably got 3,000 Transformers.
He said 3,000 Transformers.
Close to. Last time I checked, it was 2,000, and it's been a while. So
it's been a while since he hit 2,000.
I don't have everything. I don't have everything displayed.
Huh? Does his wife get mad too?
No. His wife is very supportive.
Must be nice.
Well, supportive-ish.
She don't, you know.
Is it also the
Hey, I
just
did
hope that she
help-
doesn't notice the
I
situation?
did help build stuff, and I built a lot of stuff.
No, I
out
told him.
there.
I told him about all the stuff you built earlier.
Yeah.
You wanted to know if you were in it too. Actually, a lot of
I can't stick to a hobby.
She doesn't not support me, but you know, she sees what I get. You know, I don't
Yeah.
hide anything from her, but you
I
know,
do.
What?
Nothing.
if I sold everything, we could, you know, put it towards retirement probably.
Yeah, for sure. You could
Eventually,
probably
I'll
retire
probably.
on this collection.
I don't know if I could retire, but I could. You know, it would give us a lot of money. I mean,
You could have a hell of a vacation.
yeah. Oh, definitely. I've thought about it. You know, eventually I'll sell everything. I mean, eventually I'll get rid of some stuff. But,
Be like everybody else
why
at some
are you
point.
using that microphone,
Huh?
but you're not using that thing?
Oh, I just wanted to put it on the stand occasionally. I don't like having the boom mic out here in front of my face half the time. Because most of the time when I'm shooting, it's like
It looks like a lipstick.
yes, it does look like lipstick. So normally when I'm doing this, it's like right here in the screen. It's not no.
You want to say dog penis?
He said it was like a dog penis. Oh, she wants to steal your dog, by the way.
Okay.
Does he have a Boston?
No, he's a pug.
A pug?
I showed you. I showed
That's
you
my
him
gator.
before. You probably just don't remember.
Oh.
That's his gator.
Mhm.
She had a Boston Terrier that we had to put down a couple years ago. That's
Oh,
sad.
that sucks, dude.
And she's been begging for a new one ever since, and we just don't have the space for one right now.
I'm
Yeah,
afraid
dude.
that if I get a Boston, that it's gonna be. I want that one to live up to what Phoebe was
No, you
and
can't
how
ever do
Phoebe
that.
was. But I raised her.
That's too much
I
pressure on
took
the
her. I
dog.
saved her.
Yeah.
She was rolling around in her own poop when I saved her.
It happens.
I could save all the puppies I would.
She wants to save all the puppies. And actually,
I do too.
a lot,
I do
all,
too.
Damn
the,
it, ASPCA.
all the shelters right now are actually overflowing since
I would
hurricanes and
imagine.
stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
So it sucks.
That sucks too.
They're basically giving animals away at this point, and
We're talking about getting another dog too, but I don't know, man. This one pisses. The gator pisses everywhere. We need to get his balls chopped off so they can hopefully. that.
Yeah, the
Um,
peeing part. That's one reason I don't want a male, because that will happen. But also, small dogs do it more often than bigger dogs. But I'm here most of the day, so it wouldn't be that big a deal.
Yeah,
but I know I would
maybe
come
a-
home to a mess.
Part-time stay-at-home husband.
Yeah.
Sure.
we talk about
Right.
getting another pug.
Yeah, 'cause-
And it'd be really helpful when I go back to nursing school. So there
right.
you go.
right.
We
Tell
gotta
me
figure
you're
out the
on
work
board.
situation before then. No, I don't mind. If we can afford for her to go back to school, then we will. She wants to go back to nursing school,
Oh,
but
yeah. That's cool.
we'd have to move in with my mother to accomplish that.
Oh
So
God.
we'd have to
She'll
reduce.
have my lunch every day and wash
That's
my
awesome.
panties.
My mom lives with us, so
I would wash her clothes.
Here's
She would
a
just fold
pierogi.
them.
Here's your lunch.
Yeah, we wouldn't lose any weight living with them.
No.
Actually, I don't know. They're eating a lot better now, but maybe we would. But yeah, no. The only real way we could manage that is to basically have no rent or no anything.
Yeah.
So living with them for a little while, and they have a lot of land, so we could probably build on their property if we wanted to go ahead and build a small house,
that's cool.
other than living
Actually,
in
they're
their
animals.
house.
I should do that anyways.
Where it's in a plan, but not a plan. I sort of brought it up to my mom before, and she was
What,
like,
you want to bulldoze down the house? and
Well, I didn't
build-
bring that part up. I just said even move in a little portable house, not a trailer, but some tiny houses.
Oh, we talked about that. We talked about doing a tiny house.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's just
About
us,
$20,000.
yeah,
You get a nice little tiny house.
yeah, and then plus adding plumbing and all the other things, bump it up to maybe 3,
Mhm.
maybe, or 20 or 30, I should say. That's easily affordable, and you bump it out over however many years, and you could pull it off.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have to pay for the land. So I mean, if we get the land, if we technically get like the other half of my parents' land for pennies on the dollar, and that would reduce their tax on their land, meaning that they would have to spend less every year. We could probably pull that
We get
off.
high-speed internet.
Yeah,
Just
we
make
could
it
actually
4
have real
feet
internet. They
closer
can't.
to the road. You can get high-speed internet.
My parents are 50 feet too far away to actually get cable internet.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously, they would
Oh,
because
that sucks.
they wanted to run an unbroken cable. I'm like, hold on, everything else, power, phone line, everything runs to the shop, and then runs into the main box, and then runs into the house. It's like you run to the fucking shop and you put a booster and you're done. Why the hell are they arguing? It's like it made no sense. They're just lazy. The cable company. They said even diagonally they couldn't get it to the house. I was like, what if you ran it to the neighbor's line and then came that way and be right at the house? No, it's Suddenlink.
Oh, Suddenlink. Really?
It's one of the
their commercials would always say, you know, you can get internet anywhere.
Yeah, but they just now they're country-ish.
Okay, gotcha.
It used to be real country, and
now
it's a lot closer to the real cities. But they only in the last 2 years got actual cable internet out there. They've had DSL forever. They still have DSL.
I remember that.
Yeah, when I met you, you were living out there. It was hard for us to get any kind of service.
Fuck yeah. And like if I moved there now, like my channel would just plummet because I couldn't be able to upload anything.
Oh yeah. Where my wife's family lives out in the boom on the country, they don't have good internet.
Oh, you're gonna sit in now? She wants to sit in now.
I don't care. It's your world, man. I'm just here paying bills, man.
You're here paying bills. You're just here. You're here to chit chat.
Yeah.
This is the chair that squeaks.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Don't lean in that chair, because then it'll be.
Oh, if I see all them Gundams fall, man, I'm gonna laugh. I'm sorry.
No. Well, they can't go too far because a lot of them are stands, so they won't fall over. But I would definitely have a domino effect for a lot of them, and it's happened plenty of times. But it's kind of like what Bobby talks about, trying to pack too many things into a detolf. It just looks stupid. He's like,
"Want some more beer?"
No, I'm good. I don't feel like opening another beer right now, babe.
Oh, we have to open it.
Yeah. It's a little late to open. Well, we were talking about the G1 reissues, and then we were on the Bayformer movies and talk basically how a new cartoon would revitalize a new Transformers line, and this, and because you've been everybody's up in arms about in a good way over the Siege line, and it looks cool.
Yeah,
and it's getting away from a lot of the bullshit that we got with the last major line waves from them. So we're finally past Combiner Wars, thank God.
Yeah,
we're getting more G1 and especially Cybertronian versions of everything.
And they up the price on them too. So you know your deluxes are now about $20,
which is fine.
Yeah, I don't think a couple dollars more for better paint and hopefully better articulation. I'll be all for it.
The only thing I want out of this line is to make sure that leaders are leaders. I
heard they're smaller now.
Because Megatron is Voyager.
Yes.
The one we've seen. Prime, I think, might be a Voyager. Yeah, but Ultra Magnus
is a
leader class. Which makes no sense. Because it's going to be a great figure.
I'm sure eventually we'll get a later class Optimus Megatron.
I think. If they scale properly, so if a Voyager is now the new quote unquote leader size for the
Magnus was bigger than Prime though, so I could see him being a leader class.
We haven't seen them side by side, so we'll have to see that.
They do have a picture actually as side by side.
Oh, did they? I haven't seen that. Yeah. I have not seen that. Because he should be at least well more than a head taller than Prime, but because he's Prime technically on the inside.
The only leader class we got now is Shockwave and Ultra Magnus.
Why Shockwave?
No idea.
I don't understand that.
I like it. Without the backpack. He's got the Segway.
I saw that, yeah. The add-on part.
But he looks good without the backpack.
He does. I kind of like Soundwave.
Oh, I love Soundwave. Dude, his cracked tape deck thing.
I gotta wonder if that's an option. Because I could have sworn I saw some photos where it looked like maybe just angle. It didn't look cracked
because it's all cracked in.
Because the ones where he has the tapes on his arms were like shields, I guess. You could definitely see the cracks a lot. Maybe the pictures I was looking at were ass.
They show some up close, some high resolution. Dude, the only thing I got about is Soundwave is he's got that big old gap in his arm for his hand thing. And I wish they would just put a flap there. I mean, how much more is a little piece of plastic going to be really there? I mean, come on now. But
it's not just one little bitty flap because you're going to have it on the hinge. The flap has to cover a thing.
Not that much, dude. It's not that much.
How many units? How many units?
It's not that much. It's fine.
You say that. Say that.
But to leave a gaping hole like that, come on.
But they don't care.
I know, but I wish they did. Somebody cares because they wouldn't be making these G1 products if somebody didn't care.
Well, they've realized that some of the previous lines weren't for the people who are really going to be having the money to do these things, as we
Yeah,
discussed
that's true.
earlier. So you're going for G1. They're throwing in a new aesthetic that looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
But like you said, we need a story for it, or else it's just another thing. And the
Yeah.
previous way they did it kind of sucked. I mean, even if they made it a video game, I mean, that sold
They
the
did.
Fall of Cybertron.
They had the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah, but those were all the Full Moon Studios, and
Yeah.
or half either way. But they had a toy line for that. What I'm saying is this is War for Cybertron Siege. So I
Mhm.
guess it'll be War for Cybertron, whatever it's going to be, the sequel, whatever it's going to be. It's obviously going to be another trilogy as usual.
Right.
But if they don't give us an actual media format for it, if they don't give us an online comic, they don't give us another Machinima series, which I hope they don't, or if they do, put money into it, or whether they give us another video game that they haven't even talked about. But usually you want to launch the game or the series before the
That's it,
toys to give you a reason to want it.
yeah.
Not here's your toy and your series will be here in 2 months.
They're
Like
straight
where's
to Netflix, man. If they did like a Wreckers thing or something, all these, what Marvel does, with their straight to video stuff. Even they did straight to video, like straight to Blu-ray or DVD.
yeah,
I
at that
think they
point just
would,
made it streaming. At that point,
yeah.
get it, but
I think they could.
get it off of the restricted things that are stupid, like Machinima. You had to wait for it to get done on that service, and then it would get uploaded to YouTube a month later.
Yeah.
Like I said, throw it on Netflix, throw it on Hulu, whatever. Don't make it a dumb thing. Make it something that everyone can access. If they've got Prime, they had it on Netflix, and I think it's on Hulu now. But if they could do that, just throw it there. If they're not going to put it on a Cartoon Network or anything like that on a real, which they should do,
Yeah.
still. Um, well, actually, where's Cyberverse? Where is that actually being shown?
Is it,
Is it
YouTube, and I
streaming?
think
Is it a streaming service or no?
G90 or whatever, that Go 90, whatever.
Okay,
Is
so
that what it
still,
is? I
I
don't know.
think something like that. But yeah, so
I don't know. I've got 2 Cyberverse figures, and that's all I got. I got the Soundwave. I'm sorry, the Starscream and the Shockwave,
yes, I don't
and
care about the
that's
figures, but
probably I'm all I can get from that line.
but at least they have a cartoon for it.
Yeah.
So they have a media format for it to be in.
I heard
But
the RID, the last one they just did, the RID. The one I heard
yeah,
that was pretty good. It wasn't that bad.
the sequel to Prime, basically.
Yeah, it got a little weird, with the crabs and the stuff and all that stuff.
I've seen a little bit of it, and I couldn't
I
stand
did
it.
too.
I didn't like the cell shading look of it. I didn't like the change.
Yeah.
That hey, Prime's back. Way to cheapen his
Yeah.
death even further.
Yeah.
Like the boy can't stay dead.
Well, I mean, he's a seller. And what I was saying about Michael Bay is, and
Yeah.
a lot of people may disagree with me, is that he made Transformers more global now. Like it's a bit wider audience. And a lot of people may crap on the movies, and they have the right to do that because they're not the best. But I enjoy them. They're entertaining to me. And
Put their headset so you can listen in.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, and Michael Bay is a douche. He didn't give a shit about Transformers.
True.
I went to the BotCon in 2010 where he was nominated he was put into the Hall of Fame, and he even said himself, he didn't know anything about Transformers. He just knows how to make an action movie. But like I said, I have to give him, a tip of the hat, a nod that he brought Transformers back, because I'm not saying that Transformers was dead at that time, but it wasn't where it was after the movies.
There was almost nothing happening at that point. Yeah.
I mean, you had Prime and everything, but like I said, this made it more global, and everything. So I have to give, you have to kind of respect that. I'm glad he made them. And maybe we'll move on. I'm hoping we get a soft reboot. We'll have a reboot. I've heard rumors that Bumblebee is a soft reboot. I don't know for sure.
You can tell from the trailer it's going to be something different.
Yeah.
It's tied in, but not tied in.
Yeah.
But as Bobby talked about it, it's like they basically soft rebooted every sequel where they just kind of forgot what they did in the previous movie. But I like to say day to day they threw away the script from the day before, so they don't even know. Like even on shooting, there was no continuity.
But at least they're making stuff for Transformers now. They're still making it. After what's been 10, 11 years now, and hopefully this movie does good. And it, and I've said this, on my reaction video, I know it's not going to be the G1 everybody wants. It may be 5-10 minutes or anything, but at least they're giving us something. And maybe if this movie does well, it will get people, they will look at it like, hey, this is what they want. Let's make some more G1 stuff about Transformers. Let's go back and figure out, show a lot more scenes from the war, and because people us people around our age are interested in that. So if this movie does well, hopefully it might bring more people or a better director or producers to do a movie like that. Maybe do a whole G1 movie. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm excited for Bumblebee. I'm always excited for something Transformers, and I'm gonna go watch it. And
I think James Gunn should do the next one.
Really?
Well, he's very good about doing retro style things.
Okay.
I mean, look at Guardians.
I wouldn't hate on it.
Imagine if the Guardians of the Galaxy accidentally found their way to Cybertron.
Seriously.
Well, that'd be fun. Anything. Okay, I've said this before. I said this on when the first trailer dropped, when the first teasers for Bumblebee dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and Bobby said this too. Give us a movie that's about the Transformers. We don't need a human movie we don't need a disaster movie that is about or that happened because of transforming robots. Give us a damn Transformers movie. Make them the stars, and give them personalities because they had personalities.
Yeah, I don't care about the car. The boy found his car kind of thing.
No, it's dumb. It's we don't need the Iron Giant over and over.
Yeah,
we don't need those movies. The style of movie can be fine. The E.T. style movie, like this is going to be very E.T. With the way Bumblebee can't talk and she has to try to learn. He can't remember anything. It's going to be very E.T. But just give us a Transformers movie that's worth a damn. It doesn't have to be another origin story. It could jump in the middle of something and then give us flashbacks, whatever. But give us
all Hell Megatron. Give us that. How about that?
Anything. The IDW continuity would be fine because there's so much to work with. Even the Marvel continuity, comic-wise, is still okay. It's modified G1 at best, or a continuation.
I'm just kind of happy they're still doing Transformers, really, to be honest. I mean, I know that might be a cop-out.
By all rights, it should have died 10, 12 years ago, after Beast Wars, before Prime. Of course, Prime started after the first movie in 2000, so... Or, no.
7.
Yeah, 7. What?
Mm-hmm.
No. Was it that late? Oh, 10 years is the current. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 11 years. It's been 11 years since
11 years now, yeah. You're right. So yeah, Prime came out after the first movie because they based everything off of, or more or less off of that. Mm-hmm. Bumblebee has hot rod mode, stuff like that, and had no voice and everything like that. And they took that story and made it something different. It almost would have been better if they used the Prime continuity as the basis. Even though a lot of people hated the humans in Prime and were a little bit happier when they had less interaction, but they weren't the main focus. It's like I said, the Bayverse has been the focus is the humans, and robots happen to them.
Do you think that? And I've always said this, like, do you think that a Transformer movie like that would sell better? Like if they didn't have human, like the regular popcorn. Well, I'm just saying the regular, not to fans, to Transformer fans. I'm talking about to the popcorn fans that don't know Transformers like we do. Do you think that would make them draw them into seeing this movie if it's just basically about Transformers?
I think so, because I think what it needs to be is it needs to be the reverse of what it has been. It doesn't need to be a human-centric movie that robots are involved in. It needs to be a robot-centric movie that occasionally humans are involved in.
Correct. It needs more Cybertron.
It needs more. Even Cybertron needs to be a basis for sure because we have not explored that in a meaningful way. Right. And Cybertron has gotten destroyed or moved or whatever multiple times in this movie verse already, and none of it has made sense in any way, shape, or form. Even if they wanted to do something in the Unicron direction and play that route, but build it up to be the third movie, we get Unicron. Not the fifth movie, we hint at it and then fuck it up entirely. Give us a consistent plot plot. Give us a consistent story. Give us consistent characters that are actually the characters. I'm sorry, I will argue this to my death. The movieverse Prime is the biggest asshole. Bayverse Prime is a massive murdering asshole. He would rather
He didn't
see.
start off like that, but yeah,
Yes, he
eventually.
did. He absolutely did.
In the first one?
In the first one, because he was still willing. At that point, he started changing his mind that humanity mattered more than Cybertronian life. Because at that point, he would rather everything that Megatron did was to restore Cybertron to life because it was dead. Everything they were trying to do was bring life back to Cybertron.
Yeah, but he didn't want Earth to be like Cybertron, though.
But he sacrificed everything to make sure that Cybertron died just because he didn't agree with the Decepticons.
Well, Cybertron was already dead, so why? I mean,
because they weren't
but they
weren't making any new Cybertronians because they got rid of everything that could do that. They cut off all energon sources and so they were dying. How many Decepticons and Autobots died throughout the movie series? Even finding older ones. But Optimus only ever did shit to screw over the Decepticons. He's like, I'm not going to let you do that. Instead of looking for a peaceful solution that they could have, okay, let's go find an uninhabited star system to use the solar.
Well, wasn't he like that in the G1 cartoon also, though? I mean, he cared about humanity.
He cared about humanity, but humanity worked with the Autobots to build a greater society. They made new Autobots. They made Autobot City. They even made Space Ridge so they could go back and forth. And then
Cybertron was doing all right.
And Cybertron was abandoned only because they were losing the war and they left. And the Decepticons followed them because dicks. This turned the Autobots. This turned the Decepticons into guys who were trying to
restore Cybertron.
And the Autobots were the guys just saying, "Fuck you! We're not letting you do that. We'd rather let everyone die than let you win."
I just thought it was that Prime would just keep it like he don't want Earth to become like Cybertron.
It was an altruistic idea, but he went about it wrong because humanity could have actually helped and not been enslaved. There could have been options where they could have actually made it work. Yes, the Decepticons they had a bad idea, like especially going back to the Fallen trying to use the solar furnace to drain Earth's sun.
Mm-hmm.
All you had to do was move the damn thing elsewhere. And they could have used a non-inhabited solar system and done that if they needed to do it that way. If they needed to revive and make new people with the Allspark, fine. We know where the Allspark is. We have it. Yeah. But we waste it to kill Megatron and only revive a couple of Transformers later.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with the Matrix of Leadership, which just became a different MacGuffin in the next movie. You know? It just kept becoming a different MacGuffin. It was kind of silly.
Yeah. They always found new artifacts every year. Like every movie, it's like, this is the one movie that's like, this is the only artifact we have that could save the universe. But on the next movie, no, there's another artifact.
There's another one that you didn't know about.
Yeah. And we found another one on the next movie also, so stay tuned.
And then the fact the MacGuffins in The Last Night actually really didn't have much effect on anything at all.
Last Night felt like that was in the room that the producers or whatever, the writers were in that room for like 2.5 days, and then they decided to go off and shoot it. It's like, we don't need any more time. We're good. We got this.
I don't even think it was that. I think, and I said this repeatedly, like I said earlier, they threw away the previous day's script and just said, we're just starting over with whatever this is. Just whatever we got done, good. We're moving on.
I think they winged it. I think Michael Bay just winged it on that one. He just like.
In my review, it's 5 separate plot lines.
Yeah.
Most of which don't actually get resolved, and 2.5 MacGuffins.
Yeah, I agree with
no sense.
The plot lines. They were just with Prime and the Quintessa, and then you had Unicron, and you had I don't know, Cog beating the two.
All of it was bad. Cogman. It was too convoluted and it made no damn sense.
And then Bumblebee and Prime fighting, and I am Optimus Prime 30 times at least. I would say at least he said his name 30 times.
And the power of friendship saving everything.
Oh yeah, was it the wand or something?
No, it was literally like Bumblebee's voice woke Optimus.
Oh
That was the
yeah.
dumbest thing. Like,
It
okay,
should
hold
have
on.
been Captain Planet. It should have been Captain Planet that saved the day. That should have been.
Well, why haven't we gotten a Captain Planet movie or series yet?
Why
Oh,
haven't we?
you know why? Because it can't be done in a realistic manner that doesn't look absolutely stupid. It's a silly premise to
Dude,
begin with, and nobody cares about the environment now, so it wouldn't work.
if if they make a Captain Planet movie, I will grow out a green mullet. Honestly, I will
You know,
grow out a green mullet.
you know who need to actually? They need to do a revival Captain Planet series, but Studio Mir needed to do it. So the ones who did Legend of Korra and the ones who do Voltron, because that
Oh,
animation style would be absolutely perfect for a new Captain Planet series.
nice. I guess yeah,
And the voice acting talent is absolutely ridiculous.
dude. Who would voice Captain Planet? Who would be your top guy to voice Captain Planet?
Oh, that's a good question.
Will Ferrell,
No,
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Mark Wahlberg would be ridiculous. Like if we had an actual okay, if we really wanted a true voice actor for Captain Planet, it would have to be somebody decent. Couldn't have it. I don't know. Johnny Young Bosch would probably still be pretty good for that.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, Bradley Cooper would. I don't know. He's got a little bit of a twang, maybe. No, actually, no. He would be good because he does Rocket.
Yeah.
Would he be British? Benedict Cumberbatch. He does everything. He's Captain Planet now.
I wouldn't. Vin Diesel.
No, 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 no. Vin Diesel could be bad guys for
Yeah.
sure.
Trying to
But
think
if
of a,
even young, even I got it. Damn it, I forgot his name.
The Rock.
Hmm?
The Rock.
No, The Rock. No, The Rock would not be a good Captain. The Rock would also be a good bad guy.
now, The Rock could play Captain Planet.
That's what he's saying. Oh, play him like physically.
Yeah.
No,
I wouldn't mind him being the voice of Captain Planet.
I couldn't take it seriously if it's The Rock's voice. Because it's not a Hawaiian, unless
I'm
he
just
had a
thinking
Hawaiian
Moana.
theme. If he had a Hawaiian theme, that would be interesting. But actually, you know what? You know what they would do now, though? They would switch Gaia and Captain Planet gender-wise. So it wouldn't be the Mother Earth. It
I
wouldn't be
wouldn't put it
Mother.
past him that.
It wouldn't be Mother Earth. It would have to be. It would have to be a dude, and the Captain Planet would be a chick.
I'm trying to think who could. Woody Harrelson.
No, he's got too much of an actual. There's so many good voice actors that I don't know.
I'll do it.
She would do
There
it.
you go. I would vote for her.
I don't know because I got to think back. We got to look at who played Captain Planet back in the day. Hold on.
Oh, I don't
Because-
know.
let me
Peter
look.
Cullen could be Captain Planet for all I know.
No. Oh, back in the
Yeah.
day, no. Hold on, I'm gonna look because I don't even know, but I know the voice.
Oh, I could.
I was gonna think Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Who could do a cast?
Stallone.
Okay, hold on. Whoa, hold on. LeVar Burton was Kwame? I never knew that. LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow. Geordie LaForge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was Kwame. I never knew that.
Comment. What was his? Was that a Wind?
He was the black guy. He's Earth. He was the African guy.
Earth. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that's funny. An incredibly white guy played Mati. Should have guessed that. Hold on. Who? Wait, hold on. Jeff Goldblum was in there? And of course, Tim
I
Curry.
don't remember.
No,
Oh.
they were the bad guys.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I was like, I
Who
don't
the
remember any of the voice
Oh,
actors.
I still haven't gotten to actual who Captain Planet was.
Tim Curry was the bad guy?
He
Nah,
was
I can see
Mal.
that.
He was Mal, whoever that was.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll do it. What do I
I'm
say?
hearing hammering
What is he?
or gunfire.
I don't remember. I don't remember all the side.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out who the hell was Captain Planet. It doesn't say. How's that possible?
Schwarzenegger.
Kadeem Hardison was in there too. That's cool. So Duke Nukem, Loot and Plunder, James Coburn, yeah, of course. Martin Sheen was Sly Sludge. Who the fuck was Captain Planet? That's not. Oh, no, that's Captain Pollution. Was James Coburn? Who the fuck was Captain Planet? Doesn't say.
Let me see. Second.
I'm looking at the wiki or the IMDb. One of them. Hold on. Oh, Captain Planet was David Coburn. Okay.
I don't know who that is. Oh, okay.
You would know his face.
I've seen it. Oh, that's Captain Pollution.
No,
Whoopi
it's Captain Planet.
Goldberg?
He was both. He was both, apparently.
Okay. Whoopi Goldberg was
She was
Gaia?
Gaia, yeah. Because she was big on Star Trek at the time, so she was in a lot of things. And of course, Frank Welker was in there. You gotta have Frank Welker and everything.
Jeff Goldblum
He played something. I don't even know what.
Rodimus Scum, whatever.
Oh wait, he did Verminous Scum? No, he said he didn't. I don't know. It jumps around a lot.
It was him. And then Meg Ryan was Dr. Blight. Margaret Kidler was a Gaia. Yeah, wait, Frank Welker was Sochi. What? Oh, I'm reading off the cast and crew.
Yeah. Wait, I'm on the same page that I was on a minute ago, but it's different.
Martin Sheen was Such. Jeez, they had some.
They had some top
actors.
Yeah.
James Corbin.
That's what I'm saying. James Corbin was.
Jeez.
Dean Stockwell was Duke Nukem. That makes sense.
Kadeem Hardison. He was on the Cosby's.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't Cosby. Was it?
It was the next one, the sequel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Now we're gonna look up we're just all the 80s goodness. But yeah, apparently, I guess David Coburn did both. He did Captain Pollution and Captain Planet. Yeah, he did both. Or either that, or they put it in wrong. Dude, there's so many good people who could do it though. I need Adam Baldwin in there for somebody though. I love Adam Baldwin.
Really?
Dude, he's so good in voice acting.
That's my cousin. I don't know.
I was like, I'm just gonna stare at you on that. Hell, bring back some of this voice cast.
My last name is Baldwin, so I am probably.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, dude, all of these people are still around.
Yeah,
I would not.
Jeff Goldblum is Captain Planet.
Dude, I saw him on. He was on Hot Ones a few weeks ago. That was ridiculous. He couldn't get a real. He is fucking kooky now. He's way kookier than he ever was. He's way off his fucking rocker.
On Independence Day.
He's way off his rocker now, man. Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking
about. Yeah. But no, we could definitely. It's just funny. We totally got off on Captain Planet reboot. That would be great. Not even movie. Okay, let's just stop doing 80s cartoons as live action unless they didn't involve anything supernatural. G.I. Joe, fine. Mask, fine. Some of the other things, like leave a lot. Thundercats does not need a live action movie.
He-Man does.
He-Man needs another good animated too.
That's true. That's one collection I would. That was my first collection I started was He-Man. He-Man and G.I. Joe were about the same time. There's tons of He-Man and G.I. Joe just everywhere.
Have you watched the Toys That Made Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some good ones there.
Transformers, I think the Transformers was pretty good, but there's so much, with G.I. Joe and He-Man, there's so much history with it. You just couldn't do it.
It was such a major impact. They had such a major impact on the. That's why it's in the Toys That Made Us.
I even like watching the Barbie one, and I think was there a Cabbage Patch one or no?
There might have been. I skipped over a couple.
I don't know if I know there's a Barbie one, and
I skipped Barbie.
There was a
was it My Little Pony? There should have been.
I think so. I think My Little Pony was on there too. They were all good. I like
basically where all the main toys ever came from.
A lot of information, but Transformers, there was more. There's so much more they could have gotten into, deep into, but
they went pretty deep, man. I mean, they could do part 2.
Oh yeah, they do part 2.
Just keep it going to get into the Bay era. Like I watched an interview. I forget, it must have been on one of the DVDs, and they're talking about the toys, and they're talking about the difference between the first movie Optimus and then the guys came in. Okay, what do you got for us for this movie? And they bring in the Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Prime and set it on the table, and they're like, "Holy shit!" Mm-hmm. Like that was an amazing fucking figure.
It was a bitch transform. But
I wish I still had mine. I had him and Jetfire or Skyfire.
The combo, man, that was a lot of plastic going on. A lot of plastic going on.
Yeah. Wait, who is the third party company that's coming out with that? It's
They're doing the Jetfire combo.
Yeah. They're doing. It's not a combo. It's the one from Dark of the Moon where he already has the jetpack and stuff.
Oh, so his trailer or whatever stuff.
Yeah, his trailer and everything becomes all that stuff.
No idea.
It's another. I just saw it on BBTS. It's pretty cool. but they don't go full movie aesthetic. It's like an in between. So it's like Jetfire Prime, but like they make it more G1-ish. So it actually looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not against it. They're blending movie ideas with actual G1 stuff. You look like you're about to fall asleep, baby. You go to bed.
She's probably like, you need to get off.
I'm glad you're here, but
She's like, you need to get off and go to bed. Let's go.
It's like difference between me and her is that I have no problem staying awake. She needs her beauty sleep though.
Yeah, my wife does too. She's like, I need 8 hours.
Need my beauty sleep?
Baby, you sleep so much on the weekends, it's ridiculous. But you need it. I don't need that much sleep.
Because I'm not beautiful?
No, because you're tired.
Oh, gonna start a fight.
You have to reset. She actually really does need. She's supposed to get a lot more sleep because of her disease. So she's supposed to get like 10 hours.
I know. And weekly massages.
Yeah, you should go do that.
Well, I have you to do it for free.
My massages are not good.
Well, you can practice.
I'll say
That's
the same
true.
thing to you.
That is true.
All right.
I
Well,
agree with her.
we'll do one last final topic and we'll go.
Okay.
Because I did have one question I had that I haven't actually brought up to anybody yet. I've been sitting on it for a while, and you're a good person to go with.
Oh God.
Fine.
It's an easy one.
Fine.
Well, okay, it's not that easy realistically. It's going to take a minute to think.
Oh God.
Good night.
I love you.
I'll go
I didn't sign on for this to think about stuff. All right.
That's fine. Well, some questions I'm probably when I do these in the future, I'm going to preload, give people the question ahead of time so they can plan shit out.
Okay, gotcha.
In the future, but
Right now?
so if you come on again, which jokes. What?
Right now?
No, not right now. She's such a dork.
What? Okay.
You missed it, and just be okay that you missed it.
Okay.
No. You'll bump the camera. It's entirely what you think.
Don't talk about me.
I don't know. I really don't know what's going on right now.
Just be happy.
Okay.
I'll tell them what you wanted to do. It's okay. I'm just trying to embarrass her a little bit. Anyways, all right. So, guys, it's been going on for a long time, so we're just going to wrap it up a little bit here with one final question I want to pose. This was sort of proposed by other people, but I twisted it a little bit. Okay, so your house is on fire. Your house is on fire right now. You should know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
You only got time to save a DTOF's worth of your collection to reboot your collection. A DTOF's worth, sir.
Okay.
So you can basically throw shit in a DTOF and carry it out. That's basically what you got.
Could you see somebody running out of a fire with a DTOF and like just back on, have it on your shoulder way up there, like, I got them, I saved them.
Yeah. So you get a DTOF's worth to do. No,
I would just
because
say the DTOF, nothing in the
nothing, just the DTOF. Fuck that.
That's all I would say.
Well, there's things in your collection that you're gonna love more than other things. But with being a Transformers collector and the certain sizable figures that can fit in a DTOF, you gotta kind of think about it a little bit.
Yeah. So are you saying, okay, so fitting like in a whole DTOF or just like each layer? Like
you have the space of a DTOF, and I'm not getting ridiculously crammed because yes, you can do that. So you've got within reason, you can save a DTOF's worth of stuff. You've got just enough time.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like literally what's in the DTOF, obviously. That's your seed for your new collection. Where do you go?
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah. It's not just this is all that's left. It's the seed for the next.
I have to go on my room and look, but off the top of my head,
because you've got a lot of. I know you have 3,000 fucking things to think of, but there's sections that you visit more than anything. And it ties into what you were talking about earlier, which you've got generations that you would definitely save more than anything else. I assume there'd definitely be a Make Toys Meteor in there.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say that's my first. I'd be Make Toys Meteor.
I don't even have that, and I would run into your burning house to save it.
Dude, you need to get that, player. I'm just saying.
Money, and when it gets there, I will have it. Believe me, it's so good.
Coordination, MP Coordination, Starscream. I know
Okay.
it's a shit, and it's a shit. Everybody, it's been used so many times, but that I love that figure. It's before Make Toys Meteor came. He was my favorite. So
it's a cool set.
Yeah, I love the cape and everything.
Okay.
Flames Toys Drift.
You have to. No choice.
Beautiful figure.
You have to. Because now you got to think of the space of a detolf. You got to think 3-dimensionally. Shit, what am I going to fit in? Because those 3 things alone is almost one shelf.
Oh my gosh. I have to put Constructor up there. Toy War Constructor is beautiful, but he takes up a lot of retail.
You lose 2 shelves. You lose, but you got a little bit of floor space at his feet.
Yeah, but he's beautiful. I love Toy.
I will grant you the top of the detolf as well.
Okay, good. He goes on top.
I will give you that. I will be fair. That's only fair because you could put it on top.
Masterpiece Megatron and Soundwave.
Okay. I love how you're mostly going with what's right there.
Yeah. Well,
it's easy enough.
What I put in my detolf was, is
The
some
stuff
of my
you really love
collection.
most. Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say that
Sunstreaker. I think MP Sunstreaker will go in there. I think he's a beautiful and fun Transformer.
Okay.
Okay,
so I'm thinking. Okay, so that's roughly 1.5 shelves.
How much I got left? 1.5 left.
Well, no, you got 2 shelves. Well, you've got 2 shelves. You got 2 blanks, and you got 1.5 taken up.
Okay.
And however much more you can fit on top with Constructor.
Oh well, shit, dude! I could fit on the Constructor.
Because you're also thinking MP scale right now. You're not even thinking anything smaller.
Yeah, I'm thinking, man, there's tons of legends.
I know, it's so much fun.
The Magic Square and Iron Factory stuff.
All of it just in a box.
All that just
like literally just whatever could fit.
Those are fun. I love those.
I'll give you 6 of those. You don't have to name them, but I'll give you 6.
Okay.
So you get 6 legends that you can play with.
I'm trying to think of third party anything in there that I love that is.
Yeah, because you're not even sticking to a specific. You're mostly G1, but you're not even like totally sticking to a specific set.
God dang, dude.
I know it's a hard question because there's got to be like older things in there that you just got to be like, I have to have that either for nostalgia's sake or whatever. But there's also the amazing good shit.
Yeah, but I'm also picking ones that if you started a collection over, like you said, that you would have a good starting point. Also,
this question also seems to, if you were to sell off most of your collection, like a lot of guys do, what are you saving? So it's the same concept, but you're like, okay, so your house burned down. This is all you can save. That's your seed for your next collection, or it's the leftover things to represent what you had. So right now, that's a good starting place. I'm looking at some pictures. I'm basically looking. You're not even going to save any MP10s. I find that funny. At least one, right?
Yeah, I would save an MP10 Prime.
You can't buy a new one for fairly cheap at this point.
Yeah. Unique Toys Lockdown, the Perukil. He's a.
Oh yeah, Perukil, of course.
Awesome. I'm looking through my Instagram.
Yeah.
MP Dinobot.
Oh yeah. Beautiful. I was about to ask which one, and then you meant Dinobot.
Beast Wars. I'm sorry,
the
Beast
actual Wars. Dinobot. Yes.
Sorry, my brain. You got the whole Dinobots on too. The Fans Toys Dinobots.
That's because you got to get that's more than a shelf, basically.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah, so I'll be done.
But you're down right now. You're at about, because MP Dinobot is so big. You're at roughly He's skinny, but he does have a lot of height to him. But I think you've roughly got a shelf left.
Top, I think. Oh, shelf.
I'd say you're at what's remnant. I'm going by shelf as you list things off, because obviously the Legends. I keep kicking my camera. Legends didn't take up much space. Actually, you got a little more. You got room on top too. So I'd say you've got.
Well, I'd say I do the Make Toy Seekers, the rest Thundercracker.
Oh yeah, I figured you'd go all 3. Why not?
I love the Seekers.
They haven't gone for Acid Storm or the other one yet, have they?
They have a Sunstorm.
Sunstorm.
It was a
exclusive.
Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a you had to pay up front.
Oh, pre-order or premium.
Not pre-order, but
Kickstarter thingy.
Kickstarter. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that made that made.
Yeah.
I actually did the Kickstarter for Moss Toys for their Tetra Jets. I bought the Starscream.
Yes. I can't wait to see those.
I don't know when I paid for it. It should be making soon. I hope.
Yeah, because
I'm
they
gonna see
haven't
if I like it.
shown anything recently for those in a while.
No, they
They're
haven't.
slow.
No.
They didn't really get the backing, but I thought they showed off other stuff. I thought recently.
Yeah, they showed off at TIFCon. They showed some other stuff for Moss, but they haven't. They've shown
Those might have all
pictures.
been protos. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see. I've definitely bought the Starscream. If I like it, I'll definitely
Get
get
together with.
Thundercracker and Skyward.
They need the seed money to. It's just like what happened with their Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll grant you back your Fans Toys Dinobots. So you got one whole shelf for them or the top. Actually, yeah, put the Dinobots with Constructor on the top.
Yeah.
And then-
DX9 Power Glide.
Of course.
He's
I want that one, but
you should. He's probably one of my.
But-
He's probably other than DX9 Carry, definitely.
I was wondering why you hadn't gone for Carrie just
I
yet.
love Carry and X-Transbot's Cliff Jumper.
Okay,
They're Toro, whatever. He's awesome. Man, there's so many.
you're about full, man. But you're like so many recents too. That's how good it's been.
Yeah, I'm
There's
not
not-
even thinking of the
You
old
haven't,
stuff.
you haven't even gone for classics. You're going for like the last 5 years. I mean, I don't argue with you. I'm not going to argue with any of these things you said, by any means.
I think that's a full.
That's a full detail.
I think I would be happy with that.
That's a comfortable detail.
You could also add in, the 86 movie crew with Cup, Springer, RC, Ultra Magnus, Blur. I mean, you could put that. I mean, I have those on one shelf and everything. That's a good question. I thought you were just going to say one.
No. One is easy enough because you just go to like the newest shiniest thing you probably love, or something super classic nostalgia. No, you have a choice because you got to fill a fucking detail for your next feed your next collection
So
or
do you answer the question too, or is it just me?
Hey, if you want to flip it, that's fine.
What would you do for an whole detail? Now, would you? Let's put
my collection is
Transformers.
mixed. Well, Transformers,
Like-
that's not even a full detail, so I can't even.
Well, then
So-
you include your Gundams or whatever you want to include. Then.
Well, so basically, if it's out of my, because the other thing is with the Gundams. Yeah, actually, these questions are for everybody. So this is a correct usage of this. Most of the time, it's not a back and forth. This covers both. If I got to fill one detail,
Mhm.
I'm going to start with Transformers because this is my collection, mind you.
Right. Excellent.
So, Slam Toys Drift because I ain't no stupid boy. Probably I'd have to keep my Apocalypse, the Planet X.
That'd be on top. He'd be on top.
He is. That's the only place he fit.
Oh yeah, I have Omega on one side and I have a Constructor on the other side on my 2D dolls.
Planet X Prime for sure,
Okay.
and I definitely all of the DX9 Dinobots because they're my favorite damn thing that I've looked at almost all year long. I can leave the other ones. Actually, you know what? Because it's so tiny, I'll take the Flipper. I love that tiny Bumblebee. It's so good for how small it is.
Like I said, I put Mouse Toys in there.
Yeah.
Are you a Legends collector?
At this point, I'm turning into one.
Dude, get some Moss Toys. Not
Okay.
Moss Toys. I'm sorry, not Moss. Magic Square.
Oh, Magic Square.
Magic
Yeah.
Square. And Iron Factory too. See, Magic Square is G1. Now Iron Factory is G1, but it's more
Iron Factory
stylized.
has their stylized stuff.
Iron Factory's got some really good stuff, dude.
See, I have the advantage of being able to look at all my collection right now, or
Yeah.
most of my collection, I should say.
If I would have looked in there, I could have, I would have named some. Like you're naming other stuff. I would also put in my NECA stuff because I love my Freddy and Jason.
Oh yeah.
And Chucky.
I'm also thinking of things that wouldn't be easy to replace, if necessary, because I mean,
Fuck my green Constructor, my clear green Constructor.
the one you got. Yeah.
Clear one, yeah. I'm
Okay,
just
so,
adding more stuff in.
you know what? I'm gonna end up loading up on Transformers because most of the Gundams I can replace, but my custom ones I can't. So
you would bring those.
So most of my custom shelf, some I could be like, but the ones like I've done a lot of work to, I would definitely save. I would save my Christmas Gundam because that's my tree topper.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's my tree topper. I've been wanting to make a new Christmas Gundam. I gotta save that. I gotta save at least my my two more recent customs because I put a lot of heart and soul into those. I have to save Wally because he's my channel
I love
mascot.
Wally.
So,
That's a good movie.
have you built the Lego Wally?
No.
Oh, it's so good. I would actually probably save that, though it's not in here. It's in the living room. I'd probably save my Lego Wally. I would definitely save my perfect grade Millennium Falcon, although it doesn't technically store in there. It would be under my arm as I'm running out. Fucker, stay there. I gotta go through my collection here. Gundam wise, it's hard because it's got a different value in it because you built them. I'm not gonna say I would save my entire collection because that would just be silly, but some of them would just be like, well, fuck, I spent the time, but they're gone. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta think which one was my favorite that I would definitely have to grab. I'd probably have to grab Sinanju just because it's badass. This is my first one that I really put some decent work into, and it inspired my because Sinanju meme. What else? I gotta scoot it. Probably my PG Exia just because it costs so goddamn much. But that's a whole shelf in and of itself, so I don't think I'd really save that. Because Transformers wise, Drift and Apocalypse would have to already be on top. I think I'd probably save Thundercracker, the Planet X Thundercracker.
Okay.
Because I like the color scheme better than Starscream.
Mm-hmm.
My Soul Chigokin Megazord. I'm not fucking letting that go.
What's the Planet? Wait, I might have the Planet X. There's a Tetradets, right?
More or less, yeah. I think you've definitely. I think didn't.
I have Starscream. I sent one to John Geiger. I sent mine to John Geiger to review it.
And you just did the Hasbro prototype one that Dakota sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that wasn't Planet X.
No, but I just want to make sure you weren't.
I have one Planet X.
Oh,
I didn't get the. I wanted the Seekers, but I haven't got the Seekers. They came out like a 5-pack with like a Acid Storm.
You could get all 5, and I think if you paid more, you get all 6. You even get the Ghost Starscream.
I have the Ghost Starscream. I have the Starscream and the Ghost one. Okay. I got him at TFCon one year.
No, see, that wasn't worth it to me, to be honest. But the Acid Storm and the Sunstorm. Sunstorm? Yeah.
Yeah, Sunstorm.
Those are pretty cool. I just haven't bought them. Okay, so I got to think here. So
that was hard to think, huh?
Well, I'm thinking size. I got to think dimensionally. So
yeah,
the DX9s, those aren't taking up much space. Oh, of course, fucking G1 Devastator. I'm not stupid. I take that with me. I just bought that bitch. And it's not that big, so I mean, it's not going to take up that much space. Most of the Planet X stuff would all fit in one shelf. That wouldn't be too big a problem. The DX9 stuff's barely taking up any space. I don't want to take all the Dinobots because some of them are kind of a letdown, even though they're pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a couple shelves there. Oh, I would definitely take my Gamorrean Guard, my Black Series Gamorrean Guard.
Yeah.
Captain Fuzzy Pants. I got to take Captain Fuzzy Pants with me. He's like one of my favorite things I've looked at all year long. It's so well done and only $30 and cheaper if you catch a coupon. That's at least 2 shelves. That's the problem. Is like the Gundams, I probably would not have that big of a problem sacrificing, but I would have to grab Lego Wally because it's just that fucking good. Maybe the Marvel Legends thing that just came out because this is really fucking cool. It's a good figure, dude. If you're a Fantastic Four fan, you have to have that. It's just that fucking good.
I would have got it if I was still collecting Marvel Legends, but I got the room and just.
Yeah. I would probably even sacrifice the Hulkbuster because he's just big. It's like he's really cool, but he's big. Actually,
I had to build a figure of Hulkbuster, and I liked it.
Yeah, I've got parts of the Build-A-Figure down there, and then I have the completed one from the Marvel 10 line.
With Hulk.
It's Hulk, yeah. It's 2-pack.
The Hulk was my favorite. Hulk is my favorite Marvel character, so I had tons of Hulk. So
nice. They need more comic book Hulks. Get away from the movie Hulk.
I like the movie Hulk, to be honest.
They've just done it too much lately because
that's true.
They just need, because they're doing a whole lot of other like this is
right.
There's no good movie for these guys, but they keep putting out better figures for them. They need to put out a newer comic book Hulk. Actually, at this point they can do Weapon H. That would even be cooler. Shitballs. Yeah, that's sad. My classic. I didn't think about this because it's in the closet. It's not out on display. My original deluxe Thunder Megazord.
Oh,
I had to take that with me.
Oh, I'd have to put that prototype Starscream that Dakota and them got me. I'd have to put that in my thing because I was so appreciative of that thing.
I wrapped myself up here.
Nice. I definitely have to put that into my.
Yeah, you can fit that guy in your pocket. You'd be good.
Yeah, because he's a prototype, but he's still it was a wonderful gift. And I would have to say about the gifts I got too. I've gotten some gifts from people, from people that watch my stuff. And
the last two things, and they would take up the last couple spots on the detail. If I could cram a lot of stuff in there and be okay. My Halo 3 Legendary Edition Master Chief helmet.
Ooh.
So I've got that, and then
that came with the game, didn't it?
Yeah, it came with the game and all kinds of aftermarket stuff. Dude, Halo was my jam. I've got right here over to my left as my my Halo Xbox shelf.
Well, you need to get on Xbox and play with us.
I will one of these days.
Okay.
So I've got the Halo 3 360 down there with the Halo 2 ODST controllers that match it. I've got the Halo 4. No, I'm sorry, the Halo Reach updated 360 with matching controllers. I've got the Halo 4 360 with matching controllers. I've got the Halo Reach Legendary Edition statuette up there of
God dang,
dude, I'm telling you, I love Halo. And I had money at that point. So that would be the thing. Like the Xboxes, I'd probably end up leaving them just because they're heavy. But the statues of the actual what is the fucking name of the squad from Reach?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Reach, but I've had it was a long time ago.
Yeah, but no, the Legendary Edition, the statuette, it's got all the 5 of the members all there. It actually looks pretty cool. I need to pull it out because it's gotten mildly damaged while sitting in the box. One of the guns got broken off and stuff like that, so I got to fix it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but because I don't have another. If I lose most of the collection, I have to dig it out. That's the sad part. So, like, I would have to pack up everything I could in here real quick or throw it out the window, realistically. And so, like, the box, the Halo box, the Reach box is up there, but Chief is in the living room, so I'd have to run out there and grab him along with Wally and huck them outside.
I don't think you have enough time, dude.
Well, I have enough time to save the details worth of stuff. Didn't say it all had to be in one room.
That's true.
Because if that's the case, I'm literally picking up these tubs I've got here and just.
I'd say Gator. That's the one thing I would say.
He's not in your collection.
Yeah, but I'd throw him in the detail.
You'd have to get him to sit there the whole time.
That's fine. Nah, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
They put
the air fryer. We got to save an air fryer.
I don't have no air fryer. Fuck that shit.
Shout out to Dust.
I gotta do some more reviews with him in the floor. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. People love the Gator. Yeah, it's like that's sad that like 2 shelves of my things would just be 2 Halo things, but
that's all that matters. As long as you loved it, that's all that matters.
Dude, I cannot not save Master Chief, man. It's fucking Master Chief.
Sure.
If I hadn't given away my custom Master Chief I made, if I hadn't given that to my buddy Arthur, I would definitely have saved that because I put some work into that asshole.
Man, there's so much, I don't know. I go back and I looked in my room and be like, God, I could have saved that.
Hey, you could send me an updated list later. Like we'll put it in the credits. We'll put it, things Matt would actually go back and save now that he's looked, and then list off a long list.
If you want to see a grown man cry, if my stuff got burned in a fire,
dude, I couldn't even
cry.
Dude, I thought about it. Like the other day, well, I'd say the other day, it's been a little bit, but I had that thought. That's where I came with this question. I was like, shit, what would I save that if it's my stuff, Now, mind you, you could save everything else that's important, family photos, whatever, your computer, shit that like that. Imagine that's already saved. That's not a problem. So it's just your collection you got to fucking save. And you only have so much time. And that's hard. That's why I said like the Xboxes, fuck them. You know, if they're cool and they're great and they're collectible, and if I'm gonna sell them or something, I'd have to find the right collector who would actually buy those things. But like the other things, stuff I really can't replace. Like actually, I have the Halo 5 Xbox in the living room as well. So I mean, I've gotten all versions except for the special edition original Halo Xbox. It's the only thing I don't have. That's the only one I don't have.
That's hardcore, man.
That's hardcore. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. ODST being one of my favorite games. I wish they had done something more than just give you special controllers. But that's such a good game. But anyway, actually, the Spawn figure I just looked at is actually pretty good. It's McFarlane Toys Commando Spawn. I probably wouldn't save it because I could just go back to Walgreens and grab one. But it's a damn good figure. I just reviewed it. I need to edit that shit. But yeah, it's a hard thought. Of course, anybody who's watching this needs to post their list as well. And if you don't know how big a Detolf is, that's what's right behind him and what's been behind me. So it gives you an idea. And let's see, there's Fans Toys stuff there to give you an idea size wise.
Yeah, I got that's my Decepticon. You got the Overlord.
I could not think of the name Overlord. I was like, it was escaping me. Yeah.
Overlord. You got 3. You got Galvatron, Economist, and Scourge.
Wait for it, yes.
Scourge. And then you got 3. You got actually. Yeah, 3 Seekers and their MP Seekers, and then you got the Fans Hobby Scourge, and
I can't show off the bottom shelf. Our heads are in the way. It's okay.
Oh, okay. And another deluxe or a Chug kind of figures the Cross Dimensions Nemesis Prime. The articulated one.
Yes.
So
I think basically everybody saves Fan Toys Drift. Doesn't matter who you are.
Fans Hobby or Flame
Toys. Flame Toys. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Do they have them? Yeah. I mean,
if you have it, you're saving it.
I can't. I'm gonna have to get some money up, but I'm getting torn. And
I'm gonna have to check my credit card and see if everything else is paid off, and then I'll get me a Tarn. Because I was planning on saving the money to get Tarn, but money's gonna get real super tight here in 2 weeks. Do you not hear that?
No.
It sounds like gunshots.
I don't hear anything.
Like rapid fire gunshots.
Outside or?
I'm hearing it through my headset, which means it's either coming from your side or somewhere near me. Because my microphone is stupid. Take your earplug out. Oh, here. Let me do it the easy way. Let me mute you and see if it's you or not. No, it's here. It's either gunshots or hammering.
I don't hear anything.
Odd. That's weird. I can hear it clear as day.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta go piss.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we can wrap this up. It's fine. We finished our topics a long time ago. We've just been bullshitting. No, well, because I definitely don't mind helping new guys get.
No, I appreciate it. Anybody that will help offer, to help me, I'm on board. I will listen to whatever. I have to physically do it. Like listening to you, that's fine. I can
actually going through and doing it. Yeah.
But once, if I take what you just said and go do that, I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. So
yeah.
I'll have to physically go in there and mess around with it, tinker around a little bit to find out. Because like I said, I think I did it on 2 of my videos. It's way back, probably 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how I did it.
I did want to ask you real quick, because I've been wondering this for a while. Where did your theme music come from? Your opening music?
Oh,
because it's badass.
It's I got it off of a hold on, let me it's off a website.
Oh, okay.
YouTube intros. Okay, that's what the website called. Oh, where did I get it from? Shit.
I got mine off Audio Jungle. I didn't, but Yeah, it was Audio Jungle. I had to think about it.
Video, fiber. Panzoid.
Oh, okay.
Panzoid. I typed in, how to make a YouTube intro.
Yeah.
And it's basically just a template, and you type in whatever you want, like the Hell Hasbro reviews.
Oh, so that 3D thing spinning and all that is part of that?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I want something like that.
It's just a template. Yeah, just go into Panzoid and you can make
Panzoid.
Panzoid.
Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I type that in.
And you just go in. They got lots of choices. Mostly a lot of dubstep stuff, and I just like that beat. And it has a gun, because I'm from the South, whatever.
Yeah, nice AR there and
yeah. But they have
look at that. I'm gonna check that out.
I've got mostly positive. There's a couple of people here and there like I don't like it. Like well, I don't care.
Dude, like I was watching one of your videos on my way to work, and so I'm Bluetoothing through my car stereo. That's the first time I realized my subwoofer actually works.
Nice.
That is some hefty bass in that.
So I had to turn it down because people were,
it's super loud. Yeah.
One guy commented, he's like, dude, I forget every time that your intro is so loud that because he always has his headphones, he's like, it blows my ears off. I turned it down. It's not that loud anymore. So.
I had to do it on mine too because in my early days, I had it at 50% on my volume.
I got like on 25 now.
Yeah, I got mine down to.
I had mine at 100, and it was like, and it just came out
blowing out your headphones. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do a quick outro here. Hopefully quick. All right, so I had to cut a whole lot of stuff there because we were bullshitting for quite some time, but it's all good. It's a lot of fun. But that's where commercial breaks are for, right? As I was saying, commercial breaks. It's worth it. All right, but it's been a lot of fun talking to you, buddy. I'm glad you had time to come and do this. I know it's super late, but hey, it's Saturday night.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like doing it because it's fun getting to know people.
Yeah.
Like we only get to see so much of each other when it comes to our channels and our reviews and stuff. So I actually get to sit down and have a real conversation.
Yeah.
And having to think about some stuff because I don't know.
Yeah, you made me
tired at this point, but either way, it's always fun. I like doing these. I need to do a lot more of them in the future because I got to get more people lined up, more people in the collector world, regardless of what they collect. So I mean, obviously we talked a whole lot of Transformers tonight, which is fine with me. I talk about Gundams all the damn time, and I'm okay with not having to do that all the time.
Right.
But I mean, if you had questions, I wouldn't have had a problem answering. But hey, that's what the next one's for, right?
I just want to say thank you very much for having me on. It was an honor, and I had a wonderful time. And it was cool. I wish I could do this. This is get to know collectors, whatever and stuff and everything, and you get to see a different side from them, kind of, with the personal questions and stuff. And definitely, if you do it again, or if you want me on again, and I have the time, I'll definitely come back, and I'll be prepared this time.
Yeah, we had a lack of preparedness, but hey, that's also it's still early days. This is only technically the second real one of these.
Exactly.
And I gotta hope that Hangouts didn't fail me, because it's fine what we've seen, but that means nothing. I have learned.
I hope everybody likes this. I hope everybody likes that. I get to know me.
Go watch the Dewdog one that came out today.
I will.
And there's been a lot of positive.
But I will. I'll watch it.
It's good. If nothing else, put it on in the background when you're like on the treadmill.
That's true.
It's good.
I do watch. I watch reviews and stuff, and I watch ROC stuff when I'm working out and everything. So
definitely go get caught up on Double October since you know nothing about it.
I definitely will.
It's because this is legitimately a month-long deal, but it's always good to have new collectors on the channel, especially getting more exposure. Because you are, like we were discussing a little bit, you're just over 1,000 now. You're getting your channel to where you can finally make some money off of it, hopefully. But if we can get some new people involved, of course, some of the guys I talk to obviously know who you are. But guys, go check his channel. Everything will be linked in the description down below. All social media, all the things. Go follow Matt. He's a great dude. If you're part of the ROC, welcome. Or any other groups.
I'm not ROC. I'm SCU.
I'm saying if you're part.
Oh.
If you're part.
I'm ROC. We're all ROC.
At this point, we're all technically ROC.
But I'm known for Shattercast.
Yeah, the Shattercast. Go subscribe to Shattercast. Is it still part of the Cool Table Network?
Oh yeah,
we're part of
the Cool Table. Yeah.
Maybe
once
someday.
Again, thank you.
Maybe someday the Nerdcast will be a part of the Cool Table Network.
hey, you never know, man. It happened. They're growing. I mean,
I'll get a tile on Bobby's table.
Yay! If that's what you're striving for, man.
I don't care if it's a sticker in the corner.
It could be a sticky note. I'll tell you what. If I go over to Bobby's next time, whenever I go to his house, I'll put a sticky note of your name and all that stuff, and I'll attach it to the table real quick.
Actually, just go get a Shoky Review sticker from my Teespring, and so it's just.
That's true. Yeah, I could do that.
What the hell is this?
No, I'll post it underneath the table where he can't see it, but I'll tell everybody.
That would be fun. I mean, I've talked to Bobby a couple times via Twitter and stuff like that. And actually, he loved my comment the other day when he said he needed to do some detective work. I was asking about Sit Down Saturday, and I said, well, what did I say? Is it Bruce, Dick, Tim, or Damien level detective work? And he's like, I love this guy. He talks my talk. I was like, dude, I know. It is what it is. And I love that tinfoil hat review, by the way. That was hilarious. I would love to have Bobby on. He's a busy mofo, but I would love to be able to sit down.
Reach out to him. I mean, he'll always. He's up for the talk. He will talk to you. But I mean, if he doesn't have the time, but
yeah,
I'm sure if he has time, he wouldn't mind.
He's got a real job.
Yeah, he does. Hopefully, everybody does. But like I said, just reach out to him, and the worst he can say is no, and you'll be like, all right, cool. And just move on.
It's like, hey, it is what it is. But there'll be plenty more of these Nerdcasts to come. If you guys are interested, if you guys know me well enough, if you want to come and bullshit with me one night,
definitely do it. It's a fun time.
Get a lot of people. And hopefully, even if it's not a one-on-one, by all means, if I have an oopen one, you're always invited, my friend.
Oh, cool.
We'll talk definitely more in the future. And guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, whatever it is you're doing. And remember, I didn't even do the motto. I fucking forgot. I forgot my own motto. So, okay, so we'll just pretend that I said this at the beginning, but I didn't. So, you don't have to be a nerd for everything, but everyone is a nerd for something. And that's the whole point of this. So make sure that you keep on nerding and keep on building and keep building this community together. And Hail Hasbro.
Come on, folks. Yeah, Hail Hasbro.